All right. We're going to. I just noticed her behind me. Sorry. Uh, Continue in a very familiar scene, for being honest, guys. Once again, uh, we are surrounded by a decent amount of dead bodies. Last session,
The best way to start your day.
Mhm. We'll
best part,
end it.
best part of waking up. Last session, we started back in the bar that y'all had spent the night in. Um, Duchess had just returned from sending the letter to Marcus. Marion had just left leading a stampede of horses. Um, and after kind of hearing some things outside, you decide to um, just take a gander outside, see what's going on. You noticed a few guards inspecting what looked like graffiti written on the wall that's separating like the town proper from the governor's mansion area. After basically reading over their shoulders without them noticing, you realize there's a message from Shade telling you she had left you something in a tree on the southeast corner of the bar. You found it pretty easily because there was like a hole carved out with a knife. And in that was a letter saying that she was had seen an entrance into the mansion from what looked like the kitchen had a window facing the north wall. Would maybe be easier to sneak in that way. Kind of followed her advice. You didn't run into any guards on your way there. Fenrir was able to toss some of the weaker, smaller individuals over the wall, no problem, before climbing over himself. You were able to get into the kitchen where, uh, after a short kind of investigation, you found hatch leading down to a cellar, much like the one you stayed in the previous night, which stuck to the bottom of the hatch was Duchess's missing dagger that she was very happy to get back, and another note from Shade saying that she had found the prince and she was taking him across the river. Um, there was a little bit of debate after that of whether to finish investigating the mansion, whether to try to make it back to camp or meet Marcus on the road, uh, and eventually the investigate the rest of the house won out because more than half of you at least want to see what the governor had been doing, if he was to blame for all this or if he was a victim in it. And after surprising the one guard they had positioned outside the bedroom and hog tying him and throwing him in a closet.
Wait,
Uh,
He's still there, yeah.
Trying to
hold
do
on
yeah,
one
whatever it
sec,
was.
guys.
it's been less than 3 minutes, pretty much, since you. He very likely he's still unconscious. Um, so after incapacitating the one guard, you were able to unlock the door to the bedroom and open it. At which point you did notice and were noticed by uh, all the current corpses in the bedroom. And so now we come back. You're surrounded by aforementioned corpses. The governor and his wife appear to be bound and kind of beat up a little bit on their bed.
Great.
Henry's gonna go up to the mayor. So, are you okay?
He's gonna kind of look up at you. He's still a little bit kind of scared. Um,
I'm going to place my hand on his shoulder and I'm going to heal him 5 points.
okay. Uh, you kind of see a lot of the bruises kind of fade. He had like a split lip that kind of stitches back up, and you kind of see the temporary fear that was still in his eyes from you staring down at him kind of go away as he realizes you're here to help you. And he just kind of who are you?
We were the army, sir. We were investigating bandit activity down south and followed them here.
Billy? Hey.
I thought she was talking. It's her dog again.
Mm.
He's like he kind of points to um, the main guy's dead body. He's like he said he was with the army. Uh, he had a lot of he came with a few men himself, and then some more kept trickling in. He said it was very unsafe out on the roads and the surrounding areas, and that's why there needed to be a curfew. And
Finner pulls out his letter of rank and service and shows it to him. I am actually with the army, and so are these people, my compatriots.
and he reads over what you have, which is basically just denoting your rank as you're a recruit in the 26th Infantry, yada yada yada. And he finishes reading it, and he looks back up at you. He's like, "Yeah, they didn't have anything like that, um, but he had a letter from the crown saying he could do." Uh, he was on official business for them. I was supposed to help any way I could.
No, sir. He had kidnapped or abducted the prince, who is basically making rounds to each town, trying to help them.
And you see some kind of recognition flash in his eyes when you say that, because he continues on, and he's like, uh, for about the past week, everything was fine. He was running the town, but everything was still running mostly the same. But this morning he came in. He seemed so angry. He was talking about how some shadow monster had released like a dozen prisoners and killed a score of his men, and he dismissed my whole staff. He just started punching me, asking me if I knew anything, and I didn't. But perhaps
we got
one of
him.
them
A
was.
shadow monster.
We got to the city relatively late last night with one of our superiors. She took it on herself to try and lead them away while we found safe refuge for the evening until the morning. They could be talking about our superior.
He seemed very upset. So if
Well,
it is your superior, then she must have done.
she got the prince out. I think that's what they were referring to as prisoners. She rescued the prince, got him out safely. With luck, we sent a letter to our commander of our regiment. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get here, or if the message even gets there.
And you do know that uh, realistically is probably less than a day for either the bird or Marion to get there. Definitely the bird. You got to think that there's less things on the road, or sky that would interfere with its message. But you do know that if y'all hadn't had horses, it probably would have been like a day and a half journey. So you're probably looking at potentially somewhere between 1 to 2 days for the full company to get here, depending on how
Quickly they go.
how quickly they come, how kind of big the what's the word I'm looking for?
Rush.
I don't know. We'll move past it.
Well made.
How
Urgency.
big the camp?
How big the urgency is based off of the letter he gets in Marianne's report. Because they might do double time. We don't know.
I mean, this would probably be very urgent.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all had, pretty much tracked down where they were, realized that at least a good portion of the guard force was on the take and all that jazz. So,
Would you be able to identify the ones that came in and started running the town? Besides, he gestures to the men on the floor. These ones. We also have one tied up in your closet now.
there was, he came with some men, and then over the next couple of days, a lot more men came in, and he signed them onto the guard force. About a week ago, there was maybe roughly 10 men were accused of basically dereliction of duty, and because the barracks were full from all the additional men, they used the cellar downstairs to hold them there. My maids would give them meals every day. So I couldn't tell you how many or who they are. It's probably most of the remaining guards are at least loyal to him.
While he's talking, tell me this, I'm going to spend 4 points on his life as well.
Okay. Yeah. And you kind of see the same thing. She's a lot less rough. You could probably expend 1 point for her. They were mostly using the governor as a punching bag. But you do see like one really kind of bad bruise, like upper cheek to her eye, kind of clears out. They both kind of look at you very appreciatively.
Well, I think right now it is best to try and get you out of here.
There's a passageway that starts in my study that leads out to the beach below the docks.
Right.
If it's still hidden, should be a quick way out of here.
Cora, do you think our new friend would be very talkative if we brought him along?
Which one?
The one that's currently tied up in the closet.
Convinced to talk.
If you...
I think this group would be very persuasive if we felt like it.
I mean, I know I could.
If you're looking at his eyes, they kind of like squint. You get the sense like he's smiling.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we could convince him to talk.
I just love.
Good.
A lot of you do have very high charisma, but the rest of you, what you lack in charisma, I feel like make up for it in sharp things.
Yeah.
Really big soul.
Hello.
That's how D&D was.
Oh man, I only have a
can
+2 to
always just-
charisma. I would like to pull out my knife and just
Yeah.
I mean,
see how he feels about it.
my
Yeah.
persuasion is a 5, and my intimidation is also a 5. So I can go either way.
Mine is in a different window.
So yeah,
Ooh, +6 for persuasion.
after I get done untying them, making sure there's no more wounds on them, that's when I can do them. I'm like, where did you go? You'll have to show us the way to the
And
secret.
I will say this just because I feel like normally one of you is the ones to ask this, but is anyone looting bodies while you're here?
I would assume the 3 that are standing out in the hallway will probably be coming in looting.
Let's just see if they have any gold on them. My
I would
pockets are
love to
starting
loot
to
my
run a
kills.
little dry.
Come in.
I'm gonna loot the guy whose head I
Good
lopped
job.
off.
Yeah, he doesn't need
I feel
some
like
of
he's
this.
mine.
I'm gonna go up to the main guy real quick, see if he's got any like main things that we can use to identify or help us basically know how many bandits are actually in the guard.
Yeah, go for it.
That'd be investigation.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We go through and just systematically
Oh my God.
eliminate everyone in the guard. I think we might level up.
Oh my god, Travis.
Well,
It'd be up there, that's for sure.
Lord
Man after
Master,
my own heart.
I
I
think
got an
That was
natural
Travis
20.
talking, definitely not Loras.
I think
That
you've
sounds like a
got
lot of work for Loras.
previous intel that there are about 70 total, and I think your body count maybe only equals about 15 at this point. So there's
How
plenty
many
more
people did- No, we
bodies.
killed 4 that were in that bar. No, 5 in that bar. And then,
I think you're at 3 bandits. I think you killed 5 guardsmen out in the streets.
I thought that was more because of the 2 guardsmen and there was like
And
4 melee dudes.
yeah, I think it was like 8 total, but 3 of them were still bandits. I mean, they
Yeah.
might all be bandits. 3 of them were still dressed as bandits.
3 of them
we
didn't
kill
have
anyone
16
else.
AC.
Looks like you killed 6 up here. So yeah, you're just like
We have the one that's hogtied
you're
currently.
somewhere between 10 to 15 bodies attributed to you, depending on
Good.
how many Shade actually killed in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
There could be somewhere between 40 to 50 people still left.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
that Shade killed any. I heard a shadow monster kill.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say.
Fury's definitely not going to tell you it was
The
Shade.
reason she's called Shade, we should investigate that rumor.
But I got a natural 20 on the investigation.
You got a
Nice.
natural 20 on an investigation. So,
Yes.
Ooh.
obviously, you immediately grab the coin purse. This isn't your first rodeo or time surrounded by dead bodies. It's not even your third? I don't know.
Where's the rodeo?
Probably in a larger town.
That's
There's mud at rodeos. Settle down, Lorazes.
It's further down south. Okay, calm down.
So, in this coin pouch is 50 gold, same mint that you're used to. And then, kind of on his breast, there's a pocket on his tunic, and on it is a letter that does say the bearer of this letter is on official business at the direct behest of the crown. Please assist as you are capable and do not hinder them. And it's signed by Prince Landon and appears to be stamped with the official seal of the Hornraven family.
I would believe he probably would have been coerced to actually write that out and signed and stamped. I'm going to take it anyways.
it's probably a fairly safe assumption that uh, if this man was truly here at the behest of the prince, then why did the prince need to be a prisoner? So
Yeah.
either it's a very well done forgery, or it was taken off of someone who actually was running an errand for the royal family, or yeah, the prince wrote it under duress, um, and
I mean, we
was
could always
forced to.
if we see him, so.
So,
It's just a piece of paper that says I get to do what I want.
everyone else, I know Corin, you're at least searching one body.
Yes.
You've got the typical 20 coins on each of the other dead bodies. So, however anyone wants to search is
Mild question.
yes.
Are there any daggers on these bodies, by chance?
Each of the crossbowmen have one.
Okay.
Since
In like
I'm
in
next
like
I'm
to
10
gonna
sessions,
take.
those,
you're gonna be scrolling through like player inventories, and you're just gonna see Duchess, and it's gonna be like 87 daggers.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna take a couple of daggers.
here's the
Yeah.
here's the
He's
peek
the
behind
Will
the
O'Brien of
screen
this
though,
group.
is my one of my favorite absolute tropes in fantasy is the you have to leave all your weapons at the door.
And then you just keep
And
pulling out weapons, and by the
someone
time the party's
takes
leaving again, you're still pulling out
3
weapons. Yeah.
full minutes to do it because they have no. So I'm fully on board. She could be collecting anything. The fact that it's weapons just means that all I have to do is find some way for you guys to end up in a place that
Where I
you're
have to
not
take
well,
out
allowed to
all
speaking
my
of
have
the
weapons.
castle,
weapons, so that
going
Duchess
to the
can
king's
tell
castle,
me
and they're
one
just
by
like,
one how many daggers, swords, bows she has to put on the check-in table.
I
I've
just
done that to
imagine
a
us
party before.
that the king is like requesting us to come for helping free his son and everything, and we just go, and he's like,
one of
sorry, but no
one of
weapons
my
allowed.
absolute favorite tropes. So I'm
So
fully on
pointless.
board with what Duchess has decided to
You're gonna
collect.
love what I'm about to say next, then.
Here.
Because I'm gonna take a couple of those daggers and I'm gonna hide my nice daggers, like hide them on me, and I'm gonna leave the other two where people can just grab them.
It happened one time. It will never happen again.
Again. So if you think you took my daggers, you fucking did.
Or it will happen again, but once again you'll get one that I don't really care about.
Right. So Sage, when Shade comes back and she tries to steal a fucking dagger off me again.
It won't go so well
Actually, hold
for
on.
her.
I gotta look something up. Hold on. Because I'm gonna be even more petty.
So how
The
much
chief,
does
like,
it
hey,
cost?
hey.
I'm gonna be
Did
petty. Give me a minute.
So
three bodies have right there?
between the 3 bodies that are in front of you,
Yeah.
it would be 90 gold total in the
Jesus.
Wood Elf Mint. And then 60 gold between the other 3 dead bodies.
Are we able to use these ourselves?
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah,
gold.
they count as gold.
Yeah.
How much of that do I get?
Uh
Hold on, I have a calculator.
yeah. There's 150 gold total in the room, split up between the 6 bodies.
How many of us are there?
5.
We each get 18 gold pieces.
Woo! I love that for me.
How many?
Oh.
18? You said?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's from the 3 bodies that I searched.
Oh, okay.
Unless somebody's going to be stingy about the other gold.
I mean, if y'all want to divide it up evenly, it would just be 30 gold a person between all 6 of the corpses.
Okay. That sounds good.
That works.
I like
I'm
that.
cool with that.
Sweet.
Making bank, killing bodies.
All right. Are we revisiting the closet? Is that
Yes, I'm
something
definitely going to
people
take
want to
him.
do?
I'm
Yeah.
going to accompany him.
I am too, for that matter.
Bring somebody with a fucking charisma score, because mine's nothing.
I think the governor and his wife are gonna, having been told that there's a man in there, they're gonna stay behind you. Oh,
Yeah.
hey. No.
Okay.
Did I do
So,
damage somehow to you, Raz, this last session? It's 1 point.
Yeah,
No, whatever I threw him.
I
Threw
took
him
1
over
point
the wall.
from landing on
From
my ass.
falling over the
Was an
wall, or
exhaustion.
landing
It
over
was
the wall.
falling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
I
I'm
tossed
gonna
him
assume
like a
that's what
sack of
happened to me.
bricks.
Yeah, because you also have 19 out of 20, right?
You got tossed as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
can I sidebar here for a second?
Just a bruised butt.
What was that?
Going back to those daggers, I'm gonna tie a couple of flowers on there next I find them. That literally mean I think of you, and where did I just had it. Like I think of you, and then sport/game/play. So basically, I know you're gonna do this. This is now a game to me. So here's a couple daggers to try and take.
I accept your terms.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. I'm very
So
petty.
yeah, I'm
Duchess is
going
very
to
petty.
unwedge the door and open it. I wonder if he's
Yeah.
would he still be awake? No, he'd still be asleep.
He's still unconscious. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to basically sling him over my shoulder.
Okay. Yeah,
Bring
you're
him
able to
with us.
do that.
How about that?
Unless you want to carry him, Corn.
No, I'm fine with you carrying him. I got this big
Okay.
ass sword.
So he's currently still unconscious, and you're just taking him with you.
Yep.
All right.
As we're fixing to head down the stairs, I'm going to tell the governor and his wife there's 2 gods outside the house and possibly downstairs. We need to do this quickly and quietly. We don't know how many of them are on the take. And I prefer not to kill any actual gods.
Very fair.
Are we gonna sneak out with the governor?
We're going to try,
Yeah.
I would think.
That was kind of my.
Are the governor and his wife coming with us?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm not going to leave them inside this house.
Yeah, I was about to say I wouldn't feel great about
Oh.
leaving them behind, but I wasn't sure.
Let's see.
Oh,
I
I
would
should also point out
prefer
again.
them like to be in the middle of us, so that way nobody can get to them.
If we need to make a quick escape at any point, everybody hold hands with me.
Okay.
What can you do?
Holding hands.
What do you mean? What can I do? You should have read my character sheet last week.
What are we?
I was casting cantrips to steal kills from Travis. That's literally all I did with you.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you did.
Because I was like, no
Yeah.
way am I going to burn through Fig's spell slots and have her be mad at me when she.
I mean, you stole 2 kills.
With nothing but
tried to find
cantrips.
Yeah.
I'm economical like that.
that. Yeah, to be fair, I've always had better luck with cantrips and then fireball than anything else.
Well, you should have been here last session where I tried to be Emperor Palpatine, force choke somebody.
That was pretty entertaining.
You're so close, too.
I was so close. It did not
I think
work.
I even had to roll with disadvantage because of Travis, and I still passed. It was the one time I rolled well that entire session.
What was
Just to
that?
stop somebody
I need
else
to look
doing
at
something
that.
cool.
Yep. I was like, you know what? Screw you,
Fuck you.
Fenrir. You don't get to do anything cool. I rolled 1 on falling damage, and I haven't hit you more than twice. So now this is happening. I get to succeed on a saving throw, because
This
apparently
is spite.
that's the only way I can roll well tonight, is directly spiteful against one person.
Apparently. Which is me. Why am I the punching bag?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair. I think all DMs have one person they use as a punching bag.
I don't want to be the punching bag.
You're well equipped to be the
Don't
punching
mean to
bag.
use Gage. Gage just is a really good punching.
Gage is not the one I was going to say. I guess everybody's a punching bag to you then.
Well,
Who was my punching bag?
Gage is the one that he keeps critting
How did-
on, is why I think Travis picked Gage.
I've done 10 times more damage to Gage than anyone else in the
Oh,
party.
I didn't. Okay, to be fair, I was not thinking literal punching bag, but yeah, no, you're right.
You mean emotional punching bag? Yeah, that's everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. There's
Um,
2 people immune from that.
Yeah.
this guy.
This
Yeah. I'm
that a
assuming
challenge?
everyone is
Cool.
trying to be somewhat sneaky, so roll your
Yes.
stealth checks.
Okay.
Here we go.
Laras
Oh,
is coming in
shit.
strong.
Mine's
Yeah.
fine.
Songshen
26.
average 26.
I'm
Son of a
out of
bitch.
everything that makes me useful to be a bard, so.
I'm just going to be
Okay,
quiet.
too bad with disadvantage.
26 for me.
I
Oh.
got a 15.
19.
So that was a 15 from Fenrir and a 19 from Corin.
Yep, 15 from the noisy boy.
Okay.
I miss Moth's stealth.
You're an empty tin can, so honestly, I'm impressed.
Yeah, y'all are getting pretty good at this. I think we had kind of established that last session there was no one in this sitting room.
Yeah.
No, but you did say there were guards patrolling outside the
Yes,
the
in this
hallways.
hallway, kind of right outside the foyer,
Yes.
which is a term Larazis would understand.
Just one of the foyer, but
Fancy no, oh yes, quite.
So his interior decorator does need to be fired, but.
I don't have a backstory yet, but I'm pretty sure I know what a foyer is.
Yeah.
That I've
I mean-
decided that much.
I've decided that much.
I don't
Yeah.
think Finra cares.
I mean, it's fair.
This house is so pretentious. I didn't realize there was a second room.
You even
So
look at the map.
I
For the record, Corin would definitely call it a foyer just to piss off people like Larazith.
Oh, yeah.
foyer bothers me a lot less than people who call it a bedroom suite instead of a suite.
Oh, there's not people who
What?
do that.
No way.
Yeah, there are.
Suit and
Ugh.
suite have it. Or
There
there's
are
an
real
E on the
estate
suite.
agents that will call it that.
I worked with someone who called it
I would have
that,
to
and I
merge them.
kept trying to correct her to the point where I Googled it, and I hope I'm not misremembering it, but even though it tells me I'm correct, it was still but either pronunciation is fine. Man, how ironic that would have been, dunking on people who call suit and then saying pronunciation. We don't need to go into that. There's no one in this room.
Excellent.
Fucking sconch again.
I apologize, I was getting a phone call.
The main difference is that I will not lean into it and continue saying pronunciation like other unnamed people kept saying sconch.
I honestly
named-
am just impressed.
I called
I
it
thought
so many
sconce
things,
was-
and I still call them wall ornaments now. It just doesn't.
Sconce.
Ooh!
I
The scounch.
had a chance to go through last session and clip anything, so
Hans doesn't have an
Oh.
H in it.
Everyone should go through last session.
Unfortunately, you can't because I removed it from my page. But spoiler alert: someone who will remain nameless didn't pay attention to the stream and didn't realize there was absolutely no audio the entire time.
Have you checked that
Oh.
last time?
Yes,
No.
I can
Okay.
see the bars happening in real time now. So if
Oh
there's
my
no
God.
audio, then
oh, no.
I don't know what to do.
I did test. There is audio.
I feel like
Oh, God.
somebody should watch the stream while it's going on.
That's the
I had it
Double
open the
check.
entire
That's the
time.
funny thing is
Oh my
I got an email saying, "Hey, your stream hit a record high 6 unique viewers." And I was like,
Take her home.
No
not a
audio.
single one of them wanted to be like, what the fuck? We can't hear
That's such a
anything.
dick move.
Literally, I'm in here, and I'm like, huh. I have it muted anyway, so
So
I wouldn't
that
do
was
it
a nice
anyways.
little knife twist of my complete and utter failure from last week. Is
You're
not
so good, you don't even need audio.
not only was there no
No, it's
audio,
better. Keep the audio with
but
me.
I had a record high unique viewership, and none of them wanted to tell me, you really
It might
suck
have
at
been us.
this. We can't hear anything.
It probably was us.
I know I
It's
want
the
to.
ultimate tabletop experience. You're locked outside looking in while your friends play D&D.
It's
Congratulations.
just a bunch of people being like, you know what? I actually do love this streamer because you have to be really good at lip reading. And also, we don't know what
Guessing.
anyone else says. We just see his reaction to what they're saying, I guess. That
Everyone
that
must
could be my
have
thing.
feet. Everyone must have the observant
It's a new
feet to
experience.
be able to read lips.
Yes. So,
I mean, that is a good experience.
in this, I guess, fifth sitting room that I've put into this map, there are no one.
They're welcome.
All right.
Area.
There are no one?
Yep.
That's just what we're gonna.
I think
Okay.
I think it's is, right? It's one of
Yeah,
those
it is no
collective
one.
singulars.
There
It
is.
Yeah,
is.
that ain't no one.
There is
There
no
is
one.
no one.
There is no
is
one.
no one.
Yeah.
There is no one.
There ain't no one else in here.
It's been one of those things where no matter which way you say it, which way,
Why
it's
can't we talk
it's
today?
gonna sound wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
for me, and here's the thing about tonight, I ate lunch today, so
Oh.
Oh,
Whoa.
I know, right? So now I'm able to drink because I have food in my body.
good for
To be
you.
fair, again, that does not has never stopped you before.
That's true, but this time I'm
Last week.
not. What I should do just for shits and giggles is go back to, because I have it on YouTube. I think it's private because I haven't brought myself around to publish it. The day where I drank 10.5 seltzers in the first hour and a half of our session.
Oh God.
I
That
got
was fun.
I
That was a
got
day.
real sloppy, yeah. So I played a halfling rogue, and
My favorite was you
he's very
texting Caitlin.
upbeat to mask the deep sadness he feels on a regular basis. But he's like, yeah, he has a nice little accent. And he talks, all chipper. And he's like, hey, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sneak attack this guy. And that's going to be 63 damage on a crit, plus the piercer bonus. And yeah, at a certain point, I texted Caitlin, I think I'm too drunk. Please take my drink away from me. She came down, grabbed it, and then I accused her of stealing my drink from me.
I applaud.
And then
I
she
love
showed
that
you the
so much.
text, and you were like, bullshit.
I re-listening to that session was some of the most embarrassed I've ever been, because it's like there was an hour where I guess I just forgot how to count because I was on my 8th seltzer for the longest time.
No, this is just my 8th one.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, I'm still on my 8th one.
And then at a certain point, I'm like, oh man, Caitlin came and stole my drink. Sneak it. And I was like, slide a hand. And I opened up another one. And she came and took that one too. Which was good because, again, I nearly drank a full 12 pack of like Vizzy seltzers in not even half our session.
Sir.
Oh.
Yeah. If you listen to the session, you might think no, but I was fine.
Completely fine.
Yep.
You might be like,
I very much enjoyed it.
yeah, be like, this guy's trying to forget something.
Forget I live in the actual world.
But anyways,
I
Working
played
too
in this
hard, man.
world.
back to our group of sober individuals. Wow. There's going to be zero description in this session. I know that much because apparently I can't say single words without adding consonants or vowels that don't belong. In this room, you once again find 0 people, but it is trashed. Furniture is destroyed / upturned. Double click. kind of, yeah. This bookshelf, well, it's like a bookshelf slash cupboard kind of thing, opens outward, just completely fucking destroyed, and you see basically a pathway of stairs leading down.
So they know
Um,
about the entrance.
it would seem, yes, someone found the entrance. And I'd probably go ahead and say, uh, well, um, roll, actually, go ahead and anyone who wants to roll insight for me,
Fucking well.
because
Insight.
I think for the most part you have a pretty good idea of what kind of this means.
11,
Function.
12, 13.
20.
Me too.
Okay. Um,
I took my luck away.
Oh,
The
no.
dice took my luck away. I got a 5.
so just kind of as free information, the level of destruction this feels like, yeah, the kind of quote unquote guardsmen um, found the secret passageway. Not immediately. This place is trash. They were looking, you know, there's gashes in the floor. People were looking for secret passageways everywhere. So that's just kind of free information. I'd say Duchess, Corin, and Songshen especially, with your insight, the kind of the flavor of destruction definitely feels like they were searching for something. Um, it's not like, oh, we got tipped off that there's a secret passageway underneath the house. It's like, oh, maybe someone fucking broke in here, stole all of our prisoners, and then disappeared into thin air, but we know they were in this room. So, um, you kind of get the idea that just from the kind of flavor of destruction, it's from these kind of guardsmen are clearly looking for something. And that's why this room is now in the state that it is.
Well, I would like to say that it seems they found your secret passageway.
And you do see the kind of fear return a little bit to uh, the governor's eyes, at the prospect of, you know, more of these people being down there.
So let me just say, if they're already down there, we can take care of them.
I mean, what's the alternative? We turn around and go back out? I mean, that doesn't seem. I think we'd have a better chance with whatever's down here than trying to cut through, 45 guards outside.
Very, very true.
And he kind of nods in agreement, that yes, even if the passageway is compromised, it's probably still the safest bet. Whereas we would be costed immediately on the roads in town.
Maybe let Duchess head ahead of us a little bit since she's sneakier.
I mean, I can.
Actually, true. Very true.
That would work.
I say close. Yeah. I mean, I just assume keep moving.
Yep. And so you do have to kind of, you know, step over a little bit of debris, but then there are some nice little stone steps going downstairs.
That's my person. I get knocked a few times. That's what I'm stepping over.
There we go.
And that tile set looks familiar.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you just don't feel like replacing the floor tiling. You're just
I
like,
mean, that's fair.
you know what,
It's a
Dungeon
man of
Alchemist, you got it right.
yeah. Get it.
And so we'll kind of have
Got a man of
Duchess,
culture here.
Yeah.
Be too far behind Duchess. I want to be available in case, but I do want to
Whoops. Oh my
let her kind of
goodness.
scout if she's willing.
I'll make a run.
Okay, I have no idea how I rotated the governor's wife, but she is sideways now.
Maybe she's drunk.
There are jokes. There are jokes.
She grabbed a ball of wine as we were coming down the stairs.
If anyone could use a drink, it is definitely these two.
I mean,
Yeah, probably the recently tortured wife of the governor probably could use drink.
I mean, I did heal them. So
Yeah.
No judgment.
There's always valid reasons to drink, but yes,
torture is one of them.
the
Yes.
people that previously had documentation saying they were here on behest of the crown that just randomly decided to start punching you, that is a good reason to drink. So as y'all kind of come down the
No leave?
stairs and leave the study room behind, you are kind of cast into this pitch black
Maybe.
hallway
Yeah, that's
Balls.
right.
that I think maybe
Oh, my
only.
sword is radiant and casts light for 20 feet around me, I believe.
Yeah, that'll do it. So, because I was about to say, I think it only really affects Corin and the governor and his wife.
Yeah.
Because I
Maybe.
recently found out that Fenrir has fucking blind sight.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent.
I completely forgot about that.
You can literally walk around, like, you technically don't see anything, but, like, you won't bump into shit. I'm assuming blind sight works like sonar. I don't
You can
know.
perceive your surroundings.
Yeah,
while
you're-
lying on
You're
site.
basically Matt Murdock
Oh.
down here underground.
I just listen for echoes.
Yeah, so it would have only affected Corin, the governor, and his wife as the three lone humans in the party. But yeah, a sword that glows emitting light up to 20 feet is more than enough. That's a pretty decent torch right there.
It's bright light out to 20 feet.
I
So.
don't know what, but I completely overlooked that.
Because I
I
think
still haven't been able to find things. In
I
that
was
mine
recently
without the
reading
torch.
your racial traits because A, I wanted to prove that I didn't make a mistake in not trying to cast sleep on you. Spoiler alert, I did.
Me?
No, I should have tried to put Fenrir to sleep instead of one or both of the elves that are
Yeah,
immune
that's
to
what I
sleep
said.
by magical means. Yeah, I don't have to keep reliving it. I'm sure that there will be even more opportunities for y'all to absolutely roll me, but trying to put a high elf to sleep, that's definitely an unforced error on my part.
Right now, the only way to put me to sleep is to perform mild bludgeoning damage to the back of my head. Not much,
I can
just
do
some.
that. I can do that.
Yeah,
There's not
deal.
many hit points there.
Bet.
Yeah. I'm going to
We have
charm Corin. It shouldn't be hard. I should be able to be like, hey, you want to punch that snooty guy in the back of the head? And I can probably get him to roll disadvantage on the saving throw, and then lights out Charlie.
I mean, me and Court could probably do it.
Yeah. So, Duchess, you're able to kind of walk out in front. You do have dark vision, so you're able to at least make your way through the passageway. Corin, you're kind of right there in the middle with everyone else, providing light to those who need it. Which is really just you and the governor and his wife. I really didn't need like a full map for this.
Just the
I mean,
hallway.
unless you plan on getting
Do we see anything? Like,
unless you plan on a trap.
It's literally just like it's an empty hallway. It has like no
dragging at us? Like,
it has no what am I trying to like wall mounted lights or anything because again
oh,
you'd have
no
to find
sconces. Sconces.
there's no scounches
Oh my god.
Scounches.
for
Ginches.
people to because at that point you'd have to let them know it exists and then also have people down there to maintain the light
Yeah.
sources. And so it's
Yeah.
just easier for if I'm escaping in the middle of the night, provide my own light source, which
Red torch. Yeah.
at this point is Corin. I will
Hell
say
Or it is a light source.
at this point, Duchess, you do notice light starting to filter in as
Sorry,
you
hold
kind
on.
of see.
Hold on, pausing for a second. My dog. Here.
I just like how
They exist.
pausing. He literally stops what he's doing
No,
in
that's
that
my dog.
position.
Honey.
Daniel Day-Lewis method acting over here.
I was like, is he actually going to pause in that position? I was like, yeah.
The dog decided to try and scratch at my door again. Sorry.
Is he trying to get out or get in?
Neither. She's scratching at an open door.
Have for fun then.
Wait, what?
I have some follow-up questions.
Essentially, her brain is frying itself from the inside out.
Oh no.
Is that a bad? That's a bad thing, though.
Yeah, she's 13, a medium-sized dog who just there's a disconnect and her brain is frying itself from the inside out and she is looking for places to go and she doesn't understand that the door is open, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
She thinks that door's leading to another room that she's never been in before.
Yeah.
She's trying
And
to get to Narnia.
Magic doors are fun.
she assumes every door is a magic door and it's not. So I have like I have 2 pairs of tennis shoes, 1 pair of boots, and my clothes basket holding my door open right now so that she doesn't even try and get behind my door. Because she wants to go put herself in a corner somewhere.
She won't speak, but she's been a bad dog.
No, she's I think personally it's the behavioral thing of like, I'm gonna go die in a hole now, thank you, bye bye.
Yeah.
It's that behavior.
Old age.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I just
And
want to lay down and
yeah.
die, which is
Yeah.
always sad.
Yeah.
She's stressed. We think she has doggy dementia. She doesn't
Oh.
realize that there's not a room there. She doesn't realize that we're in the house, kind of thing. She forgets that we're around. So, yeah. It's basically, I gotta get up every 10 minutes when she starts scratching at doors to
Thought it was stop.
point her away from a door. So, anyways, you were talking to me. That was a very time sensitive thing I had to get up and go do.
Oh, it's no
Sorry.
problem at all. This is going to be kind of odd because I'm going to give you a little extra space. Because it's going to be one of those things as you kind of see light pouring through this archway, you do see a few kind of silhouettes stationed in front of it.
Okay.
And roughly at the same time, they're probably going to clock Corin's sword.
Right.
Initiative.
I will point out if we want to avoid this, I have a thing that can help.
What is the thing?
Whoops.
Yeah, what
I
is
can
it?
create
I'm
darkness that only I can see through,
Yeah, but
and then we all hold hands and run through it.
Um. hmm.
You said it would help?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to avoid a fight, we can make it so that they can't see us. and just avoid a fight.
But then they'll just run through it too.
I mean, they might get lost in it.
It's a straight hallway.
They might be really stupid. You don't
Now
know.
that is possible.
That is very fair.
Yeah.
I don't play high intelligence characters, so I feel like high intelligence NPCs is just as unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
It's still not great.
Let me just double check
If
how
you
big my
feel
dark
like we
hole
can
is. That is
do
not
that.
how I should have phrased that.
I didn't even hear what you said.
It's okay. I'll
Don't worry
clip
about
it.
it. Don't worry about it.
You'll clip it for me this time.
No.
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
We're
It
completely
can
fucked.
be
Completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
15 feet. Okay,
I
that's
just
not very
realized.
big.
On a scale from 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I just realized I was pointing at the part of the hallway that's right in between you and the enemies.
Oh, 60 foot. Wait, 50. I don't understand how fucking D&D Beyond lays things out, but okay.
What are you trying to find?
Is this
I want to know the area that it'll cover, but for some reason they put range and area as the same thing, which is dumb.
what is
There
the
should be two separate
what
things.
is the area?
The area is 15 foot. The range is 60. They should be on different lines.
Well,
Is it a cube or a sphere?
it's
I think
probably
it's a
Range
sphere.
slash area 60/15.
Yeah, but it still should be on a different line.
it's a sphere, I
They're
believe, because it's
condensing the
darkness.
space.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 15-foot sphere for the duration. And if I cast it in a specific way, I can see through it. Because, magic.
Now, I would say,
Technically, it wouldn't affect me because it's still blindside, right? Or would that get rid of the
I honestly
blindside?
don't know how magical darkness works. We could rule on it tonight and figure it out later. I would say you could probably cast darkness, not to. I know words, okay? I need to go on record that I know words. It's just that my brain decides to stop knowing them when I try to say them.
Oh, no, I get that, it's fine.
Not to influence your decision on where to cast it, but you probably could encase these people in darkness to cause a slight panic and kind of do with that as you will. I don't know if there's going to be a way for you to cast darkness in such a way that you're just able to kind of sneak through them.
No, this was more of a, like, hey guys, I have this thing that I can do. Because it's in this very specific situation. Not so helpful. Why am I getting...
I mean, technically, yeah, it would help you and me.
Yeah,
Mainly you, but maybe
Baby
me.
girl.
I mean, if we want to carry the whole team...
Are you telling me to go in there, guns blazing?
well, I mean, it's an option.
Let me see. What do I have?
Can I
I mean,
do
guns
anything else with
blazing
it? Hang on.
sounds great.
I do have that other thing that I can always do.
I have a bloodlust that was peaked and then just never quite got there.
Yeah, unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to use it in the darkness.
You weren't able to finish, but you still had fun.
Oh no. Well,
Oh,
hey, it happens. It happens.
Almost died. All right.
You
am I able to use a spell slot?
Anyway,
The source of my channel divinity.
Yeah, I was going to say, Travis, in this specific situation, if I did do the darkness, your bloodlust would not be able to be sated unless I hold your hand and put it up against somebody. And you just fucking point blank people. But,
You know what? Yeah, okay. I'm going to drop the bandit. I'm not even gonna like gently lay him. I'm dropping him.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's
Are
a
we
lot.
gonna try and fight these people, or are we trying to get past them?
I mean, they're blocking the exit.
Yeah, we have to
Because
fight
if we're gonna fight them, just don't worry about the darkness. Let's just fucking go.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can only do
Let's
one
do it.
darkness at the moment,
Okay.
that specific type. So I will save it for when
Right.
it's actually more useful.
Yeah.
It doesn't fuck
Excellent.
up
Let's
everybody
just
else's
fucking
combat.
kill them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bloodlust here. Yeah, let's
There
fucking
is.
go. Yeah.
Let's murder hobo.
Let's roll initiative. And this is fine because I definitely have this encounter already saved in D&D Beyond.
Oh, no fucking way.
Did you crit on me?
I just crit on my initiative, yes. So 24
So it doesn't really matter.
now, but
I got a 13.
I got 9.
Well,
19.
would you look at that? Glass has got a better initiative roll than I did. I got a 12.
That's not bad. There we go.
As the tank person, I should be the one going ahead of them and trying to take the punches, right? Be the punching bag.
Theoretically.
so question, how close am I to the party?
I think I got from Corin that he wanted to stay at least a little bit close to you so that he had the opportunity to run in case shit went south.
Okay, how close am I to a doorway?
There is no doorway. This is a tunnel.
It is past the guards. So
Okay.
roughly 70, 80 feet maybe.
Oh.
I mean, there's another one behind us as well.
Yeah, that's kind of... What about the one behind us, then?
That's what I'm saying. There's one behind us all the way back at the mansion.
That one is further.
Oh, great. Okay.
Are you trying to bail?
No, I was looking for a place to hide
She
because
just
I'm
wants
in
the
the middle.
opportunity.
Yeah.
I'll do what I normally do and just stand behind somebody.
Hide behind a big armor boy.
Yeah.
I
I go
will.
Or a
punch
small
somebody.
16-year-old girl. Either works.
I will let you on turn one. So here's what we'll do. To kind of honor your nat 20, you can have basically surprise slash
Sneak attack thing.
they don't notice you yet before you're able to do it. And then knowing that in later turns, with this being just a straight up hallway with no furniture or anything, it might be harder for you to actually be hidden. But
Right.
for this first turn, yeah, it's kind of like you see the light coming from the doorway at around the same time that they see the light coming off of Corin's sword, and like before they're able to react, you've got your bow drawn and you're sending one of them to meet their maker kind of thing.
Just imagine hey, is that as an arrow hits their throat.
Oh, we
Yeah.
thought there'd be someone trying to follow us down here. How's that, Fig? Do you like my...
Alright.
It was super great.
So I do get sneak attack on this one.
Yes.
Okay.
And Fenrir, you got a 12. Sorry. I hadn't actually created this one, so initiative is not auto-populated. I lied. It was a ruse. Corin, what's your initiative on this one?
19.
Who would have thought that?
Okay.
I'm getting all my good rolls out of the way first. I'm just gonna roll straight sixes from here on out.
Hey, I told you I got that natural 20 on investigation. I've rolled pretty bad.
I'm a fan of you rolling straight sixes if that's what you want to do.
I'll take a 6.
Yeah.
What are we in a musical now?
I'd be okay with that as well. Yeah. Y'all know Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yes, but
I
I've
don't.
never cited.
No, I'm not familiar
Not my
with
favorite
like.
musical, but yeah,
pigs.
I know it.
Well, I guess if we're going by
What's a
favorite
musical?
musical, I'm really a huge fan of Dr. Horrible sing along blog. But
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I used to love that.
I'm very much so partial to Les Miserables.
I hate musicals.
It is a
Sorry.
different type of music.
in
I'm
high
biased.
It's a
school,
totally different type of musical, but I love it.
in high school, I was in a creative writing class, and one of my classmates called it Les Miserables,
Oh my
Oh.
fucking
Les
god!
Miserables.
and she
Travis,
was in
what was it
charge of
called
the
in high
yearbook
school?
that year.
Oh.
No.
So I also went to high school in the American South.
Les
Miserables.
Miserables.
The American South is where the French went in the first fucking place.
Yes, so you know us,
Fair.
we ain't keeping
To be
anything
fair,
from that.
what happened?
That is well. The
What
We
happened
done
was we
bought
went.
Louisiana from them. We
I was gonna
said,
say.
y'all can leave now.
Oh, the
Yeah.
French, we're going to give you all this land for free. You don't even have to fight for it. The French went, oh, thank you so much. And it was just useless bogland.
Okay, you know what the French did? The French had Louisiana and that piece of the American South, and then they had Canada. Okay?
If we're being honest, I'd be okay with giving them back the Louisiana Purchase. The Midwest is mostly just wasteland. And I was born in Nebraska. I can say that.
I'd be okay with
it's
like the Spanish
important,
not becoming
Philip.
here in the
There's
first fucking place.
farms there, Philip.
I didn't know we were back in history
There,
class.
Philip.
Most of the U.S.'s food comes from there.
I don't.
Don't.
That can't be
I think
true.
my thing
Maybe
is just
corn.
don't give things to the French.
We can live
They
without
don't
corn.
deserve it.
Corn
They're-
makes up
they're our own country.
75% of our flour.
And all the rest of the food in
All right,
corn syrup.
I didn't ask for an agriculture lesson. I just wanted to give Nebraska back to the French. Is that so wrong?
Yeah, again,
They can
don't
have
give
Nebraska.
things
It's
to the
mostly
French.
Kansas that does the corn and stuff.
I just wanted to play D&D. I didn't know we were taking classes now.
Yeah. So, anyways, the main export of Nebraska is corn and sadness. Looking at this guy.
Accurate.
Work that they keep most of it.
Yeah. Duchess, you get to go first.
Okay.
I don't have a great segue. We're just back on D&D now.
Okay. That works.
Let's kill some people.
Let's
There we
go.
Murder hobo.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Just like the French would have wanted. Segue.
They don't kill people.
Advantage. Let's go.
You're right.
French run
That
away,
lost a
remember?
lot of wolves.
Alright. Jeez. Okay. I rolled both times, and both times I got a 13. Advantage. So 13. Where'd it go? Where did it go? 1, 2, 13, 14, 19 to hit.
Who are you going after?
The first one I fucking see.
I'm fairly positive that hits. Yep.
Which means it's. Where did my thing go? There it is. Come back here. 3d6 plus 4.
Hey, mister.
6, 7, 8 damage. Oh, wait. No, wait. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. There we go. I needed that plus
Okay.
4.
I mean,
It doesn't sound
I
right.
wasn't complaining, but that would have been really bad damage rolls.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say. I was like, I got a couple 3s and a 2, but like 8
Yeah.
doesn't sound right.
Be like, I'll allow it. I enjoy not being immediately
Mark.
murked, but yeah, 12 makes more sense.
It does.
Now, for me, that sounds about average damage.
So you do have your movement and bonus action left.
I'm gonna move back, kind of behind the party ish,
All right.
and what's the DC on hiding behind the party?
I guess roll me a stealth check if you're. It might change depending on how the rest of the party moves, but like you're able to get behind pretty much the whole group of people. So it'll start out
25.
pretty easy. You said 25?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
realistically,
rolled a 17 on my die. So.
probably the governor and his wife aren't moving, so you probably at least have the two of them.
I'll use the governor and
contend.
his wife as meat shields.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the civvies. Oh my god.
She's chaotic neutral. She's not chaotic good, okay?
If
She's
they
not above using a meat shield.
Hey, that's
Fenrir and
compromise
Corin are
yourself.
meat shields for the governor and his wife. The governor and his wife are meat shields for Duchess.
Yeah.
It's the circle of life. Food chain?
It's just
Might be a part of the circle, but we're alright.
What's the stealth equivalent of a food chain?
It depends on which part of it you're on.
Okay. I don't think they're going to be able to get to you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. God damn. I'm pretty sure this is a disadvantage, but one of them's going to throw a javelin at Fenrir.
Of course.
The other one is going to throw a javelin at Corin. And I believe both miss because your AC's not 14.
Yes.
For the record, I had crit on Fenrir.
That would have been very.
But
I still have.
But it's a disadvantage.
but it was at disadvantage, and then I rolled an 11.
Okay,
And then my
good.
first dice against Corin was a 2, and it didn't really matter what I rolled after that.
If you got that crit, you would probably knock me out.
I would have maybe come close. They only get a +1 to the damage roll, so it would have been 2d6 plus 1. So I would have had to roll max damage to knock you out, but it would have been technically possible, which is the important thing. But
Technically
anyways,
possible.
back to me just dying. It is Corin's turn.
Corn.
Far away from the melee.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're about 70 feet from either one of them.
My movement. Let me move up. My 30 foot. And then I will.
You got
I
some.
can get all the way up there to him.
Are
Yeah, I
you?
want to get all the way up there to him and have to wait. So let me move. Let me move against that north wall, and then I'll stay. I'll stay put. Technically holding my action in case somebody moves into my space before the next round.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
right.
that's definitely very, very much allowed.
Let's do that.
Okay.
If I gotta wait an extra round for him to close up on me, that's fine. I don't want to get up there and be the only fucking target for 3 fucking people.
Yeah, who are you,
You
Fenrir?
Yeah, come on, man.
And that does bring us back to Lorazis.
Make me proud, city boy.
Following my rules before, I'm going to do a level 1 magic missile on the upper guard that's more towards forward.
What's the range of magic missile? Are you having to move at all?
120 feet.
So technically not. just for shits and giggles, I am going to put you in front of the governor's wife. But yeah,
That is fair. So that is 12 damage. No wait, I did level 1. It's 9 damage. Oh no, wait, it's 9 damage. I can't fucking math. Jesus Christ.
Good time.
Can't wait to see how Sanction steals that kill.
gee,
We'll find out.
it's going to be so hard for her to do so.
What's that?
Oh.
2?
So that was your action. I'm assuming you're probably not moving closer.
I'm not moving closer, and as a bonus action, I would like to stare at Sanction angrily.
I smile.
You are able to use your bonus action to do so.
Can I use a free action to give him a thumbs up?
Absolutely. We
Okay,
love
thank you.
free thumbs ups here. And that brings us to our tank, Fenrir.
Oh, God. I'm going to use my last spell slot and
Ooh.
cast Armor of Agathis on myself
Okay.
and get myself 5 temporary hit.
That's not allowed.
That's too bad.
How long does Agatha's last?
An hour.
Okay.
Or until I'm dead.
Or until the temporary hit points die.
Yeah. Or I'm dead. And I will have 30 feet of movement. I will move my 30 feet.
Oh, why not? You don't need to be in front of Corin. You can be side by side.
I'm going to raise my shield in preparation for the oncoming onslaught that I'm about to face.
I am prepared.
Right. So, not to color what you're going to do next, but it is now Songshen's turn.
Yeah.
And there is like a guard kind of up towards maybe the north end of the corridor. I don't even know.
Mhm.
Who maybe doesn't have as much hit points as like the other guy.
Oh man, that must really fucking suck for that guy. Hey, I'm gonna
Devious.
firebolt that man.
What's the range of Firebolt? Is it 120 feet?
Yeah.
It sure is.
14?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to double check, but I don't think that's enough.
But it should be, because you want me to steal this kill, right?
I desperately want you to steal this kill. But no, it does not hit. He raises his shield at the last minute.
Give me 1 second, I forgot which. Guess what I can do? I'm gonna use Quicken Spell and firebolt him again.
The bonus action.
Yeah. Oh, 18, hey. Oh, wait, no, sorry, 24.
That'll do it.
Yeah, it should do. For a 5. It didn't do a lot, but it did a little. I don't.
Kill steal achieved.
Yeah.
Did you really kill him?
Yeah.
She used like 2 of her 3 sorcerer points to do
Okay, to be fair though, for some reason there is nowhere on this character sheet where it lists my fucking sorcery points that I can see. Oh, it's
Features.
probably in this fucking dumb thing, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
First of all, there are no small encounters. There are just small players.
Yes.
I don't know.
First,
Anyways, go ham. I don't care.
Yeah. I murdered a man.
the next time that happens, I'm silvering barbing.
Oh my god.
Hey, if it helps,
It doesn't.
I wasn't gonna say anything useful in this situation. I was just like, I'm happy.
There's nothing I love more than the wizard wanting to use both his reaction and a spell slot to prevent you from stealing a kill from him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the kind of easygoing, fun atmosphere that I like to cultivate at all of my tables. Oh, I guess we're waiting on me. Who is next?
I don't know. Who is next?
Oh, this guy, he's dead.
Oh dear. I mean,
He's
maybe he twitches a bit.
gonna be, yeah. Twitches, potentially.
Mm. Ooh,
The smell of singed flesh fills the air. You're not sure if
I'm
that's
used
the
to it.
heat off of Lorazis's brow or the fire bolted.
It is the anger in his heart.
I think this guy is going to pull out a hand crossbow and try to hit Corin.
I dare you. Okay. Could have shot
Motherfucker.
me.
Honestly, don't think that's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Literally, I have no one but myself to blame.
Someone needs to try to hit me to try to dissuade me from second level magic missiling sanction.
Why are you mad at me?
You
I've
don't
never
want
done
me to
anything
hit
wrong in
you,
my
buddy.
life.
Corin, does a 12 hit you?
Nope,
Steel
sure doesn't,
security.
buddy.
God damn
My
it.
AC is 13.
To be fair,
To be
you could
fair,
always shoot the only person who's made a kill so far, because that person is definitely a threat.
I don't.
And also maybe easy to hit, but like don't worry about it.
It's possible that a hand
Don't
crossbow's
worry
in
about
range
it.
of you, right? Is it 60 and 120? Could I have gotten you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I moved
crossbows
myself.
is 60.
Sorry.
Also, it's not like showing me distance anymore. I've been having to just count like a pleb.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, it should be about 60
I miss
feet
roll
for-
20.
I'll figure it out.
Roll 20 stock, by the way, is down 300% or some shit.
Ooh, time to buy.
Just because of the one D&D announcement.
I guarantee you it's because of that. Because a lot of people only use roll 20 because there's nothing really
Better.
competing. Yeah.
Yeah. I like roll 20 had it worked
You
for
said,
me, but I know it was
hold on.
terrible for you.
Hey.
as the DM.
For the player, it's probably fine. For the DM,
Yeah.
it's literal ass cancer.
You said,
I mean,
Yeah.
I used it for 3 years.
you
So.
said a light crossbow, correct?
Hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow. I don't have a hand crossbow.
Millie?
My characters.
I have a light crossbow is still two-handed, right?
Come on,
I
dog.
think so.
Yeah, light
Yeah.
crossbow's 2-hand, hand crossbow is 1-hand.
Yeah. I'm going
Hand
to do
crossbow's a
something about
D6,
that.
light crossbow's a D8, heavy crossbow's a D10.
It's probably not going to matter that much because it's back to Duchess.
Okay, you're just gonna circle my chair for a bit.
30 feet, and the max range is
I hope.
120.
Yeah.
Max is 120.
Yeah.
Is it at?
Okay.
Is it 60/120?
30 feet / 120 feet.
30 feet / 120 feet.
Yes.
So, question: did I successfully hide in the hallway?
I believe that with the people still around you, you have successfully hidden in the hallway. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just glad to realize that I should have
You're fucking
potentially
kidding me
rolled
right now.
disadvantage on my shot at Corin, and I
I
still
rolled
missed.
a 7 for my first roll, and then a nat 20 for my second roll. I crit.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
I
gonna
crit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you roll damage, but I honestly don't see if I Doctor Strange
one.
myself, I don't see a single timeline where you don't do max damage enough to kill this guy. So just
It's
let me know.
66, right?
Yeah, just let me know how badly he goes down, because I can almost guarantee he won't be standing at the end of it.
Through the heart.
Millie? Come here, dog.
Or
Hi, honey. Yeah.
I just imagine, I don't know why, but I just imagine shot through the and you're too late. You Give gods a bad name.
Yeah, I mean, she did the eye
She
last
upgraded
time,
from
but it could be a heart
scratching.
this time.
Yeah, she upgraded from scratching my door to my parents' door. I. Okay, good God. Okay, sorry. Anyways, I was rolling damage.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, that's 12, 13, 14, 15,
Salt in the
16,
wound.
17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, wait, what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32,
Jesus
33,
Christ.
34, 35 total.
So, Lord Master, how much salt did she just
Jesus.
put in that wound?
That is
Eesh.
Can
some
I,
good damage rolls.
can I hit intimidation, please, for that? On whoever is next to the person I just fucking killed?
Not only will we have the unconscious bandit, we're about to have another bandit.
Yeah, sure. Well, here, I'll give you a choice. You
Okay.
can either roll intimidation
Uh-huh.
and potentially fail,
Uh-huh.
or uh, you can just have an inspiration dice for what would have been one-shotting this guy had he been at full health, and then some. And then whoever's next will probably end up killing this guy who you would have intimidated anyways. But if you want to intimidate him, I will let you roll, and there's not an unlikely chance that he sprints for the exit.
I'd rather him not sprint for the exit.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
not about the exit, but
Not the intimidation, the inspiration. There we go. That's just another D6 on my shit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or it's you. Yeah. How
For
do
attack
you?
rolls, saving throws, or
Yeah.
skill checks.
Got it.
It's like a
Okay.
bardic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the inspiration
yeah.
and just.
You babe, are you good? Are we
Yeah.
thinking about how she killed him?
I am thinking about how I killed him.
1,000%. You just tell me how it went down, because it happened so quickly. Like
And it was grisly.
he has not even lowered his arm fully from shooting and missing at Corin before your arrow takes him.
Mm,
Very thick.
well, I'm gonna be mean.
Oh dear.
That's
I'm gonna be very
unlikely.
mean,
Shot
and I
him in the dick.
apologize for the men in the group.
She shot him in the dick. She shot him in the dick.
how about it?
Actually, I think she'd probably shoot him.
That's it. We're ending this session early. I can stomach mass murder, but I draw the line at shooting a man in his dick.
I actually think she shot a little bit lower.
I mean, I had to hit an artery somewhere, but like,
Bleeding out.
There's two that go through the pelvis right there. Two major
yeah,
arteries.
or
God. Oh, just the pain
Yeah.
I'm feeling right now.
Sure, you
that's why I said I apologize to the men in the group.
sever both dick arteries as the arrow
Oh God.
tears through.
Okay, no more describing, please. No. Stop. Just stop.
She earned this.
You don't understand.
She earned the dick arteries.
Oh.
You still have your bonus action and movement.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
I'm like nearly cross-legged right now.
does the
How painful it sounds.
That's why I said I apologize. That's why I didn't go into details, and I just said I apologize to the men in the group.
We all knew what she did.
We filled in
We
the
all knew.
blanks.
I didn't need to say anything else.
Yeah, if you want to hide behind, if you want to use the governor and his wife as meat shields
I was
again,
gonna ask what's in the hands of the other guy. Millie, honey baby.
the guy who's alive, or
Yeah, what's in his hands? Does he have a crossbow on him?
he has a spear and shield, is what he's holding.
So a normal card.
Um,
Weapons.
Y'all are gonna kill him next turn, aren't you?
I don't see a universe where it doesn't happen, so...
I'm going to get him
I'll stay
down to
out,
1 to
and
2
I
HP,
will-
and then Sing Shin is going to kill him.
Okay.
I mean, if Tori or I kill him first.
Travis said in his Loraz's voice, so now you're working together.
Yay! Friendship.
In reality, in reality, Loresis is probably not affected by this at all, but Travis is very affected by this.
He's like,
Yeah.
This is because you make me play Magic the Gathering when I come visit. This is the punishment.
Oh, bet.
In character, Loraz is like, huh, usually the dummy explodes by now. Oh well. Out of character,
We are
Travis is like,
completely sure we're gonna kill him, right?
I honestly, I don't know how it doesn't happen.
Okay, because in that case, I'm not even gonna hide. Can I use my bonus action to just lean on the wall and watch?
I
Yeah.
mean, I could always just
Like,
shove
arms
that shit
crossed,
in
like,
his
total,
teeth
just nonchalant, lean on the wall and look at him like, you're fucking dead. I'm not even gonna, like, attempt to hide or anything.
out. And I could always bash his teeth out if we're so inclined to have
Yeah.
torture buddy.
I'm not even gonna attempt to hide or anything. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, no, you're dead. Bonus action is just walk over, lean on the wall.
Torture buddies. Yay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. God damn it. Okay, so here's the deal. He can't make it to either of you, so I think he is going to run and still not make it out.
Bitch. Oh.
But I really don't think that he'd run to like within 15 feet of you just to lob another javelin. That would probably miss. So he is going to see the absolute, the burning and the arrow shot.
I feel like he is in pain
And
from watching that too.
he's going to take off running. So
I will be right back. I gotta go call somebody for a chore.
okay, sounds good. That is going to bring us to Corin. So
Use my movement and my action to get as far up to him as I fucking can. I think I can get all the way to him, maybe.
About 60 feet.
So you're pretty close to him with a dash.
I should have kept that spell slot.
Do you have a bonus action or anything that?
I have a bonus action that I can use against him. So that's gonna have to be it.
Alright.
I would like to just viciously mock him though. And just be like, where the fuck are you going, buddy?
Why are you doing it?
I'll
Why
allow
are you doing it?
for posterity's sake, I'll go ahead and roll the 1d4, even though I won't actually do damage to him.
He's just scared
Or I
shitless.
won't. Come out of here. Okay. For a bit, it would have been 2 damage.
Yeah.
But that brings us to our favorite setter, Lorazis Manaflow himself.
Seeing how my first foray of magic missile didn't quite hit the mark, I'm gonna
Are you
brush off
upcasting?
myself, and I'm gonna
Oh,
cast
yeah.
the second level. It's my last second level spell slot.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Do less damage than first.
Oh, here we go. That's going to
Okay.
be 20 damage.
Shit.
Fuck yeah.
He's pulp. You
Yes.
You're like, huh, usually the practice dummies explode by now, and you upcast it, and he practice dummies. But instead of straw, it's blood and organs.
Innards.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that.
I just
Unfazed
imagine
by the
just-
blood and organs. But
I just imagine there's 4 holes all over his body.
It's
there's,
so bad.
there's 4 chunks missing out of his armor.
Including body pieces.
Yeah. It's just like his head and his limbs are just all flopping down because you just completely obliterated his core area. That's good grouping right there for the magic missiles.
I can't wait till I like 8th level magic missile shit.
I completely.
You're going to be going up against nothing but Eldritch Knights who just shield.
I don't care. Have you seen like the Gundams where it's just like the missiles explode out of the back and then seek? That's what I imagine. Just like 20 of those little things exploding out of me and just.
I completely wasted my spell slot.
Well, technically not wasted. You guys might find yourself in additional trouble within the hour, right?
Some barmaid's gonna like pat you on the shoulder and die to 5 fucking ice damage.
Oh my god, yeah. Someone's gonna get ice, even if someone touches me.
Nobody touch! Yeah,
I am
that
back.
takes care of that.
Oh no. Someone's gotta carry the dude.
Are we out of combat?
Milk.
Yes.
Yes.
Did we level up?
Oh my god.
Can we? That'd be awesomeness.
No.
I also would like to.
No.
So,
we just leveled up.
Larazis and Korn are back down to level 2, but everyone else is closer to leveling up.
Can someone else carry that unconscious bandit? I may kill him if I pick him up.
I mean, I got a 13 strength. So...
Lorazis is gonna look at the bandit, then look at and then look at the bandit and be like, you didn't mean me, right?
I can carry up to 195, so...
Yeah, I
How
don't
easy.
think I can physically do that.
Finger's just gonna look at.
It's going to be a no from me.
How heavy is he? I'm asking.
What is
Yeah.
Sanction's strength score?
It doesn't matter. I'm not doing it. Also, probably minus
It
something.
doesn't
So you-
matter. I'm not doing it.
You probably didn't take his weapon and shield down with him, so it'd be a chain shirt, which weighs like 5-10 pounds. He
Okay.
maybe weighs 180.
I can carry 195.
I'll pick him up. Okay, I'll pick him up. No one's gonna pick him up.
I can do it.
Duchess can do it.
I want to loot some. I want to loot some corpses.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll just use the guy as a meat shield, okay?
Okay.
Can I get a couple more
Yeah.
armor points, my dude? For carrying
We
this
we
guy?
maybe
Because
pin
I'm
cushion.
half
I'm
cover while
carrying-
You, while carrying him, you won't have armor points, but I will let you, as a reaction, hide behind his body.
Yeah.
Just imagine he
Sir,
wakes up.
chops him down over his
Oh
shoulder.
my. Get shot right in the chest.
Oops. Y'all killed your friend.
We killed our torture buddy.
I will be right back. But yes, there are 3 corpses. I think
I made
you
one.
more or less know what you're going to find on them.
Yep.
200 gold pieces on each body?
Yeah, 20 gold on each body. Well, actually 20, 20, 40. So 80 total. And I'll be
Divided
right
by-
Divided by 5.
16.
16.
I love money. I
do
can never
too.
find where to put it.
Spells are expensive, guys.
You said
I mean, they're not
16
for me.
each, just to make sure.
Yeah, 15.
16.
16?
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
16 per person.
1,
Yeah.
6. Alright. Cool.
See, Travis, if you were a real spellcaster, you wouldn't have to pay for your spells.
That's not how that works.
Sure is.
I was
You were a
actually.
spellcaster.
I was planning on using my last
How many
spell
spells
slot.
do I get? Oh yeah, 10 times the amount that you do?
How much do you have to spend on them? And then how much time do you have to spend writing them down?
I mean, that's fine.
I love the fact that our spellcasters are arguing about spells.
With a
Yes.
feat, I can even
This
meta
is out of
magic, so you
character,
don't even
though.
have that special.
I feel like this should be canon, too, of the
Should be.
doing about this.
The wizard
Oh, no.
They're both, while
No,
me
that's
and-
the thing.
Me and Corin are looting the bodies. They're arguing about spells.
No.
Maybe.
Sunshine would not argue about this. Sunshine
This is
is
definitely a fig.
very happy. Oh, this is me. Yeah, 100% me. Why would you play a spellcaster that doesn't just innately have magic?
I do. Obviously. You think any commoner can do what I do?
I was actually planning on using my
Here we
spell
go with the
slot.
pleb talk again. All right.
I was planning on using my last spell slot to see if I can use it for my channel divinity. I don't think it would have worked.
Probably not.
But I could try.
Where's that stuck in my head again?
Let's look at armor. Welcome back.
I am back. All right.
You survived.
I did experience the thing where like you don't really realize how inebriated you might be until you stand up, and then you're like, "Whoops, this was
Here we are.
not my best idea."
Yeah. Mine
But
is always like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I tried to walk there, and I'm like, oh fuck. Uh-oh.
I'm sure someone can explain the actual
When
science
Gage
of it to
tried to
me. But
poison you?
No,
but
it's just any time I drink.
I ate a couple saltine crackers, switched to Fresca. Everything's okay.
It's fine. I will never be poisoned again. So I'm good.
All right. So, did y'all already manage to split out the gold?
Yes.
Mhm.
I even had
And
time to belittle somebody while you were gone.
oh, I'm sorry I missed that.
We're really prioritizing.
Go back and watch
There
it
wasn't
later.
It's
anything else
important
on
to
the
me.
corpses, right? Nothing special.
No,
Excellent.
just some weapons that they didn't really get a chance to use.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I'm just assuming y'all are probably walking out that. Come on, don't do this
See,
to me.
I have a question about that. Can we ask the governor, like, this is the end of the tunnel, right? Like, what can we expect outside here before we
Yeah,
walk out? I mean,
and he's like it lets
After
out
being horrified watching this fight,
onto
I
the
didn't dismember
beach
them.
near the docks.
What?
There's some, and you can kind of see it from the opening. Like it's a nice archway on the inside, but it's like you can see the light is kind of coming through uh, like various rocks that are cropping out from the sea, and so you kind of get the idea that realistically it's not really visible from the outside if you don't
still
know
the
it's
exit from
there.
the outside. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Sweet.
Let
Well,
me.
I'm good to move on then.
Are we planning on going back to the regiment, or
Actually, can I leave a note with the bodies?
I don't see why not.
It just says,
Can't wait
the
for this.
shadow monster sends his regards.
would the Shadow Monster?
Her
be-
regards.
I support
Yeah,
this.
Say,
No, it should be her regards.
yeah, that's what
Because
Then
we
he
know the
sends her
identity.
regards. Okay, yeah.
Apparently, Lazarus does not. who the shadow monster is.
So everyone kind of pops out right here. Unfortunately, not really super great, but you're essentially like standing in like probably ankle deep water at this point, and there's like
Oh,
a
God.
slope upward onto the bank, and then there's also these docks kind of right in front of you. I will say something that you notice that is not evident by the map is that there are some boats missing. Um,
I'm guessing it's one of the two longboats.
yeah, one of the longboats is missing. Quite a few of these kind of rowboats are missing. There's actually, let's see here. Now that you kind of get outside, there's actually not that many boats still at the dock.
It's maybe using these boats to transport themselves to other areas. Or fishing.
That's very true.
So we
What is
still
what is our
planning
plan of
on,
action from here?
what I was going to suggest, are we still planning on taking them to the regiment? Marcus?
So
Oh, we can.
without a roll, I will tell you. You know that in Shade's last note, she said she was going to try to take the prince across the river. You know that it looks like she was pursued by some number of people. Um, maybe the three that were at the entrance either got there and decided it was a lost cause and just decided to post up in case someone else got there, or maybe they were left there to guard against, Shade's accomplices, you guys, showing up. You know that probably best case scenario, it's still 4+ hours before either the hawk. What'd you
Sure.
send? Yeah, some flight able bird or Marion get there. Um, and realistically, it's going to be the bird. Like for Marion to get there at the same time or quicker, he would have had to basically, as soon as he got out of the city, hit the road and then like a full gallop for 8 hours or 6 hours. Um, so you know that just because of how long it took you to get here, and y'all weren't galloping, you were kind of doing a kind of a leisurely trot, faster than walking speed, but not so fast that it would cause your horses to die of exhaustion. Um, so you know that a bird flying or someone going at a faster pace might be able to make the trip faster than you, but it's been 2 hours since you sent the bird, so it's not going to have made it even flying at the speed it is. So
Mm.
you're pretty confident that no one is currently coming up the road that would be meeting you. You'd probably
Okay.
be meeting them more than halfway if you went that route. So those would kind of be the two routes that I feel like there are people either across the river is realistically where Shade went if she followed the note she left you, or back down the road heading back towards Gesh is where Marcus is. And
Okay.
he'd probably be leaving before you got all the way back to Gesh, but it'd be probably hours on the road before y'all met up.
All right, and I would like to relay this to the party so they can make the plan.
So it's either cross the river
Yeah.
or to Gash.
Yep.
I'm really not excited to have the governors follow us across the river and not be as well protected as they would be in the regiment. But I feel like that's probably the more logical option is go across the river.
Yeah.
Try and meet up with Shade.
And realistically, this is probably where you'd part ways with the governor. Like they might just be taking a boat and just kind of going down the river. Like they're
Across the river is the Elven Kingdom, isn't it?
it is.
I thought.
And how does
Okay.
Duchess feel about that?
Mm. Be careful if you touch her, guys. Don't startle her.
What?
She's not completely here now. It's gonna go one of two ways. She's either gonna just totally disassociate, head empty, no do, or she's gonna be the absolute jumpiest, just most paranoid person you'll ever meet. Like, more
Okay.
paranoid than she already fucking is.
So it's been to understate it, it has been some years since Duchess has been.
Back.
We can call it home.
Yeah, it really is home.
Do I have a map with the river layout? Let me check.
Are you wanting to make a perception check?
Well, I wanted to give the governor and his wife a map so they could head down
Oh,
the river
I
towards
mean,
Gash.
you'd probably have a map. Gesh isn't really on the riverfront, but you do know from when you were at Gesh, there are a lot of farmsteads that kind of make up the southern coast. There's a huge amount of farmland between Gesh and kind of that southern port city that produces a lot of the agricultural goods of the kingdom. So they might not hit Gesh, but they'd probably find some farmers minutes away from the coast if they went down that far south. And they would know that as well. Like they're natives.
If the governor's comfortable leaving, let him go.
I'd
Yeah.
probably be
He can
more
figure it
familiar
out.
with the inlet this river leads to, more towards the ocean. Right?
That is correct. Yeah. So
Yeah, this river does not look as nice on this side, like way nicer down there.
yeah, it's probably still a few miles to say the least between like if they passed all the farmland and went to the actual port city on the human kingdom side, there's still a bit of travel to hit the place you're familiar with on the other side of the river.
Question is, what is our intention with our guard buddy? Are we intending on taking him all the way back to wherever with us, or?
I was planning on
Hopefully he'll
interrogating
wake
him.
up way before that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
if he
but
wakes up, as we're crossing the river, we can always,
Right.
just tie some heavy objects to his feet. And
Jesus, been rare. Okay.
It'll solve the problem.
Make
I was
sure
thinking,
he's
I was
awake
thinking
before
extract
we leave,
information
or
to
else
chuck
it'll
him
just
off the
be
goddamn
common.
boat, but yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that is effective. We could, if he does
If
give
his
us information.
We're definitely not
There you go.
arguing the efficacy of it.
Yeah, if his information is good, we just chuck him overboard. If his information is bad, we chuck him overboard with some assistance.
Cinder blocks.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, assistance. Nuance is key here, Fenrir. It sounds a lot less like murder if you say assistance.
I mean, him and his friends were basically using the governor as a punching bag, so I have no.
I didn't
ill
say
feelings.
they didn't deserve it. I'm just saying for the sake of nuance.
Didn't say it wasn't deserved, but damn, son.
Plausible deniability. Be like, I don't
Yeah.
I
know.
mean, he fell overboard.
Yeah,
No,
we
we didn't
we
kill that
helped
guy.
him.
How
Yeah.
how were we supposed to
Yeah,
know he
no.
couldn't swim?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just the
we
rocks
helped
tied
him.
to his ankles and his hands bound behind his back. That was just he did
He was
that.
free
Yeah.
weight training. Like, it's unfortunate, but
Man,
We were like, this is not the time. We begged him to stay in the boat, but he just decided to load up with some weights and jump overboard. He was like, "This is how I do calisthenics." And we're like, "Okay."
yeah,
How
when
long would it take
you're that
to get
dedicated, it's hard to
across?
talk you out of it.
No one can really keep track of all the fad workouts that are taking the kingdom these days. So it's like,
Yeah.
how are we supposed to know that?
Quick question.
CrossFit's out of control.
Yeah, going to the bottom of the river and lifting while you're down there isn't a thing.
I have a quick
Yeah.
question. How long would it take us to get across this river? Would it be a
Not
short
too
rest?
long. Like you can see the other coast. Why can I not? Opposite coast. Thank you.
Can
Literally,
I,
my brain is just like, nope, you don't know that word anymore. It's happened
sure you know how to words.
6 times today.
are we able to take a short rest real quick?
I mean,
Is there a real quick
would-
short rest option?
I would love to take a short rest.
'Cause I
I
have a
would
plan.
say,
And it involves my happiness.
between
I mean, I would also like a short rest.
between getting in the boat and rowing across shore, we could call your boat time a short rest.
Okay.
Well, it probably won't be a short rest, so we'll officially have wasted Agatha's armor for you.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, I don't
There's
see
only
why
one thing I'm trying to.
I don't see
there's
why
one
we
thing.
can't turn your little boat trip across the river into a short rest. Kind of double up there.
Because there's really one thing I'm trying to do.
And it deals with your happiness.
It
And
deals with my happiness.
I'm nothing if not a DM who wants my players to be happy. And that's why I let you
It
be a
involves-
Sith Lord last week. And I didn't kill Steel from Lorazes.
I mean, technically, I wasn't a Sith Lord last week, so.
Lorazes' happiness was it direct.
Secondary to mine.
Yeah, it was a direct. What's the opposite of correlation?
Oh, it's not allowed to be
Coincidence.
happy.
As
As a
Lorazes'
DM.
happiness went down, Songshen's happiness went up, and so you just
Yes.
kind of call it a wash at that point.
Hey, if I'm the happier I am, the less likely I am to insult you.
Yeah, which makes me happier on Saturdays.
You still stole a kill and still insulted me, so like,
Oh no, not you.
oh,
Not you.
So,
specifically Philip. God.
as we part ways from the governor and his wife, and we start crossing to make sure his wrists are still tight behind his back, and I'll tie a little extra weight to his feet.
This all seems above board to me. So go ahead.
totally.
Yeah.
We're not
And
doing anything untoward.
As we get about
No.
halfway across the lake, I'm gonna slap him awake.
What?
I would like to have reminded the governor before we left that he owes us in like a not so subtle sort of way. Like,
Oh my god.
look, buddy, you're welcome.
Oh my god.
I don't even think he's going to take that personally. He's just going to nod and be like, "Yes, of course, you rescued us. Yes, of course, yeah. If you're ever back in town when it's not being run by apparently traitors, Look me up. So,
Governor owes us a favor on my
I take a
fucking
note of
list.
his name and his address.
Oh my god.
I did not give him a name,
Or an address.
Ooh.
but I
He
may.
doesn't need one.
I can
He's a
probably
man.
What's
come
the name
up
of the
with one.
town?
Midrash.
Madrash.
With an A.
Governor owes us. And then underline that. Alright, cool. There we go.
For some reason, I heard that as Ozos, and I was like, oh, what a weird name.
Yes. Mr. Midrash owes us. You might remember us. The people that saved you and this town that you are named after, we have returned. And we would like
maybe
money, please. And spell
Naraz's
slots.
handwriting is hard to read.
Yeah,
Maybe
listen,
he writes like
I
a
don't need
boxer.
money. Do you have a scroll of fireball?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All I need.
Do you have Tasha's hideous whip or whatever it's called?
Tasha's
Hideous
mind
laughter.
There we go.
Oh.
No, Tasha's mind whip's so much worse. I already have hideous laughter. I recommended he ban it, but he hasn't.
No, I think everybody should get hideous,
I
Vicious
can't
vicious
mockery.
mockery. Why did I get them mixed up?
Tasha's hideous laughter is the one where they fall down laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Stop
thinking of
laughing.
mockery,
Vicious mockery.
which causes laughter in us.
Yes.
Yes. I should
One
probably
small-
take that cantrip sometime on my bard.
You'd have to be witty.
Someone needs to get one smile, so just cast it on the people that get Tasha's hideous laughter on.
I don't want to reward you for that, but I almost gave you inspiration because that was a genuine laugh, but I can't have inspiration tied to roasting me.
Yeah, that is dangerous. Isn't
So
it?
unfortunately, the precedent was too dangerous. So you just have to know that was funny. I got in real life vicious mocked.
Yep. That was my goal.
All right.
Well, laughing.
All right. Yeah. I honestly don't know what headspace this guy would be in. Because the last thing he remembers is, I believe, Corin slapping him upside the... No, it was
Upside the head.
Fenrir
Grappling.
basically grappling him and holding him still while Fenrir beat
Corin.
him... Sorry, Corin beat him with the flat of your blade or the hilt of your sword until he blacked out.
Swabbed him upside
Let's
the fucking
not
head.
forget that Larazis tried to do 2 spells to this man and failed both horrifically, luring him into the trap.
And so that's what he last
But also-
remembers. He doesn't even have any recollection of his time in the closet because now he's just waking up in the
What about
middle
the
of
guy
a river.
I'm carrying, guys? What are we gonna do with him?
That's what they're talking
Murder
about
him, I
right now.
guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Um,
wasn't the one in the
We're gonna
closet.
have
He
a-
was the one we murked. His buddies.
Oh, you're holding a dead guy.
No, I'm not. I'm holding the other dude that we decided not to kill.
Oh, the tunnel guy, right?
Yeah, that guy.
No,
Yeah.
No,
No, yeah. That's
The tunnel
it's the
guy's
same
dead.
guy. Yeah.
yeah. It's the
Fen-
same dude. Same dude.
Fenrir carried the
Okay.
guy from the closet, and then when combat started, dropped him on the floor to engage in combat.
And then I picked him
That's
up
the
again.
guy you're carrying, yeah. And
Yeah.
so
Got it.
now,
Okay,
Yes.
there we
now
go.
he is in a boat with his hands still tied and weights tied around his ankles, and
And I am casting my channel divinity.
Fenrir is slapping him awake and casting Channel Divinity.
Okay. We did complete a short rest, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
That
love
is
it.
the only way I could get my channel divinity back.
I don't think I get anything on a short rest. No, I definitely don't. I'm a sorcerer.
Can I interest you in some Warlock levels?
No, thank you. Warlocks suck.
Oof.
Excuse me?
They
Uh-oh.
do.
Future Larazis is going to have so many mean things to say to you.
Okay, to be fair though, I enjoy the idea of warlocks and I enjoy the spells they get. I fucking hate the amount of spell slots. And I absolutely
They're a
refuse
tactical
ever.
class.
No. Travis, you've met me
You-
before. Do I do tactics?
How do you feel about being a sorcerer that just so happens to have a very engaged patron deity?
All right, listen.
No.
He's trying to trick you. Calm down.
No.
I'm not trying to trick her. I know that I asked that in the form of a question. But
No,
what I
okay,
meant
to
to
be fair
say
though.
was, hey,
Warlock
you're a
is a loose
sorcerer with a
term.
very engaged patron deity.
So,
It sounded like you were gonna like flirt your way into like trying to convince me to be a fucking warlock. I was like, hey,
I
would you
don't.
like more magic?
I
Like,
don't
no,
need you to be a
no.
warlock.
Anyway, no, my magic comes from the what is it? The Shadowfell. For
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
your magic comes from the shadow,
Yeah.
and you definitely don't have a bargain with whatever voice came out of that mist that one time that you were meditating. You are not a
That
warlock. You're a sorcerer, and your
Yeah.
magic
Yes.
comes from sorcerer
My
places.
bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
I think we're saying the same thing.
I don't think we are.
I think you and I are saying the same thing.
I think you're
so,
saying something fucked up.
so, Bandit waking up, dangling over a lick.
He's very scared. I'm laughing right now, so I'm not going to be able to roleplay him correctly, but he is. How do you want him to react to you at this?
I want him to
He-
give us information.
He is terrified. What are you asking him?
So how many of your friends have infiltrated the guards at that town?
$60?
All of your friends are there.
I don't know. The boss was in a fit. Something about some shadow monster killing some people out in the streets. Something else about horses getting loose. Some of them
Yeah,
went
that
after the
happens.
horses. Some of them
Oh
went
fuck.
after the shadow monster. He told me to wait outside the bedroom. Some idiot tried to pretend we were friends. I went to investigate. That you held me down and let your friend hit me in the face.
Yes.
Do it
All of those
again.
are accurate.
No, I'm good.
No.
I'm sure
No,
y'all had your reasons.
You're impersonating the god.
I mean, I'm not impersonating. I was given money and told to come here and join the guard force.
Who are you now?
Did you know that?
That's how guards work, I believe. Actually, yeah.
Did you know that Director Corn? Shut up. Sorry, not Corn. Morasis.
You're undermining the construct.
I'm gonna bring him in closer and like, you and your bandit friends will pay to cause trouble for Gilgamesh. And then, when y'all got bored, y'all decided to come up here. Is that correct? With the prince that you took hostage.
I don't. Do you want me to say yes? But I can only really admit to maybe one of those things.
Which one?
Uh, Listen, I got paid. I was told to come here. I was told to join the guard force. The guy in the house, Malcolm, he gave us orders. We were supposed to enforce a curfew. We were supposed to make sure uh, anyone asking questions and anything like that we reported directly to him. I don't know anything about bandits, and I thought that was just a lie we made up so that we could take over the city.
Do I believe him?
Insight for me.
Yeah, I would also like to
I was gonna
insight.
ask,
11.
was he paid by Malcolm or was he paid by somebody else and then got to Malcolm?
I got a 15.
So, based off the story he's spinning you, he got paid to come to Madrash and basically join the guard force. And then
Where were you before Madrash?
Yeah.
He did say to take over the city.
Mm-hmm. Which is
So
why I
he
was asking
knows
who
that they're
paid
not.
him.
Yeah. He knows that they were up to no good.
Yeah.
And I got a 15.
um he's definitely telling the truth in a way in where um
He doesn't die.
maybe he didn't know about Gesh. Like, obviously, with all the information y'all have, it's pretty clear that it was everything is connected, right? Like, you're finding the same gold on
Yes.
everyone, whether it's a bandit,
Oh yeah.
whether it's a guard in the city. You're finding the same evidence that
Mm-hmm.
the
So
same person is bankrolling
all these
the
guards.
bandits at Gesh, the guards at Madrash. So in a way he's not lying because maybe he doesn't know all the pieces that are in play, and to a larger extent maybe y'all still don't know all the pieces, but you at least know two, and maybe he only knows the one. So he's not lying when he says he doesn't know anything about Gesh, but yeah, I mean, he admitted basically they're supposed to essentially be taking charge of the city. Like, they're enforcing a curfew. They're supposed to be reporting back if anyone comes asking questions about anything that should pique their interest. Um,
You're telling me the idiot who locked himself in the governor's room claiming he was in charge in fear of this shadow monster is
Was
who was in
Malcolm.
charge this entire time of all of this.
Who's beating the governor to a pulp?
so I will say, and I guess there's no real reason why y'all would know this. he he wasn't locking himself in the governor's room to
That's fair.
hide from shade. It was mostly to so he wouldn't be disturbed while he was beating to a pulp the governor. But you wouldn't know that, so this is a perfectly valid assumption Lorenz has made that, yeah, the guy who hid away from what looks to be just a normal superior in your army is
Yep.
somehow in
Totally normal.
charge of the
Yeah.
coup.
Yep. I'm going to look at him and be like, well, I believe you're completely useless. I'll go find some big rocks.
I already have some stuff tied to his legs, so
Start tying the rocks to his legs.
you're
Okay,
tying more
okay.
rocks.
It's we don't need to do any of this, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm is this going to be intimidation, I would say, or persuasion even?
I'll roll intimidation.
I think
Yeah, same.
I think you know deep down that it's intimidation.
Yeah.
I got a dirty
Yeah, I
20.
think so.
I got a 13.
Baller.
Can you use the dirty 20?
I'm going to tie the rock, and I'm
Yeah.
going to do like where I try to pull it really tight. Obviously, it's not going to be that tight.
I'm not.
But
I
like,
have
I'm
him
going to make
pulled
it
in,
look
so
like.
I have
Also,
him pulled in closer and then push him out further.
I also feel like Larazis is the perfect person to be like holding the rock over the water because you know his arms are shaking like within.
Oh,
You know, he
yeah.
can't hold it up
Yeah,
for
it's
very long.
struggle. I mean, this rock would
Be
like
like,
it's a big
it's
rock.
very
But it would
heavy. I'm
not.
not that strong.
Why are you guys making me do this? Jeez.
You got about
Be like, this is hurting me more than it's hurting you. For now.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure that's the only information you have?
I I heard some of the others talking about how we're supposed to wait here just for a few more days, and then there'd be some kind of. They kept calling it a show, but it would, you know, really show the kingdom what those. And again, I heard this from others, so don't yell at me. He's like looking at Larazis and Duchess. What those knife ears really are.
Rude.
Excuse me.
I will look genuinely confused and be like, do people not know that we're elves? Like,
Can I take
we
a
are very
threatening
different.
step forward?
I'll pull
Please?
out a gold, the
Yes.
gold as well. I'm like, we're getting paid with all the
I'm
money.
confused. I don't know what knife ears means.
I would love to just take a threatening step forward. Maybe pull out my stiletto and start cleaning my nails.
I don't know why you're upset.
We
What is
have
wrong
a
with this word?
dangling spear tied to rock. How more
That doesn't mean I
threatening
can't
can we
inflict some blood, put some chum in the water now, does it?
Not true.
The K word, buddy. The K word.
I mean,
Can he spell the N word potentially?
It
Get
it's I do love that because this isn't the first time you've heard it, but the first time you heard it, it wasn't even said with like malice,
No, it was said casually.
and so you definitely don't associate it with the slur towards the elves. Duchess, who has spent much longer in the human kingdom, knows exactly what they mean when they say that. Yeah. I also love just the who's rowing the boat, by the way.
Right now, I would assume we're just drifting towards the whirlpool.
I'm watching and just like fanning myself.
Because I'm trying to keep track of. I feel like Corrin's not doing anything super threatening, so he could have an oar and maybe Sakshan. But
That's what I'm thinking.
everyone else
Function
is
has an oar, but is not doing anything with
Everyone
it.
else is putting on a
I'm holding it in
show.
one hand and then fanning myself with the other.
It's just like you're kind of going through the motions, but you're not actually rowing. You're just going in a
Yeah.
circle because Corrin's actually doing work.
But I'm not paying a lot of attention because I am paying
Yeah.
attention, a lot of attention to what's going on. So yeah, I'm just like idly fucking
Yeah. The
just not really paying anything at all.
the slowest circle as you guys just kind of slowly drift down the river. Yeah.
Full
As
scrub say,
as
we plan
you
on dropping him.
are you dropping him?
No, I plan on dropping him, whether he has the weights or not. So if anyone's going to cut the weights, do it before I drop him.
I wasn't gonna cut the weight, I was gonna cut him.
Well, I meant after we're done threatening him.
Oh.
That's weird.
I would
Have
love
we
to,
gotten
for
everything?
the-
I will have.
for the
If-
Mark
I will
alone, I
feel
would love
bad
to
if
do
we
it.
actually kill him, but I won't say anything about it.
I mean, if we agree that his information is very useful.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get anything else out of him? Have we gotten what we're gonna get?
I would
Right.
say
No, 'cause I'd
with
like to cut this weight.
Larazis' arm shaking, holding a rock over the edge that is clearly tied to his feet with his hands bound. This is as scared as he's going to be. Anything else he
Sure.
knows at this point is going to be between him and, I guess, whatever god he
Believe
follows.
him.
Makes sense with.
Yeah.
If I may, I'd like for Corrin to gently set his oar down in the boat and look over at Larazis and take the rock away from him. Like we want to help that.
You take it with one hand.
Yeah,
It's
that's fine.
I mean, that'd
fine.
be rude. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand, but come on.
And I'll hold the rock. I want to hold the rock and look at who had a problem with what he said? Was it Duchess that had a problem
Yeah,
with the
hi.
knife ears? Yeah. So yeah, look at her and be like, "Have you got any last words for him?" And let her do
Say
whatever she wants to do
hello.
while I hold the rock.
I was gonna say hello to my mother for me, will ya? And I just cut the line. Or I have you drop the rock.
The rock out of his
Okay,
hand.
cool. And so I look at him with a smile and I drop the rock.
And at the moment the rock hits the water, I'm letting go of him.
A scream quickly turns into a gurgle as he breaks the water barrier and sinks pretty quickly. It was probably
wait,
gonna be a
no, I meant
struggle
Brightwood. Damn.
regardless,
We
because
didn't take the armor off him.
I don't think you
I would
did.
like to expand on my last words to him for a second, because I just remembered what the actual name was.
Yeah, let's rewind. Yeah.
Rewind for a second. I'll just say hello to Brightwood for me, will ya? And then he drops it.
There you go.
Excellent. Perfect. I love it.
That makes more
Big
sense.
fan.
Off.
That makes more sense.
And then Chorus is gonna dust his hands off, pick up his oar, and be like, "Well, got that."
Yep, and Fenrir will help him row. Yeah.
I mean, realistically, treason is not often
Treason is
slap on
punishable
the wrist
offense like
offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I did have some words
Yeah.
I wanted to say to him before I dropped them, but
it might have been premature justice, but it would have been the same justice. So I don't even think you're
Yeah.
going to catch much flack for that. Not that anyone can
No.
prove it.
Yeah. I mean, the only one who can prove it is currently drowning at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah.
I feel bad saying that.
I don't. Not for that remark.
I don't feel bad, so
I mean, Fenrir does not. I do.
There's that separation right there.
See,
Yeah.
he had a chance. All he had to do was say he only took up banditing to pay for his wife and kids and stuff, because the town he was working in lost their jobs or some shit to the war.
I don't think that's very good. Well, if they did have wife and kids, I'm pretty sure the wife and kids would have probably left them if they were sort of made a tree.
That's fair. It's a decent assumption.
But then I would have felt bad.
We can't have
Why
that.
would you ever feel bad? I don't know that you can
I
do that.
have felt bad a couple times in my life.
So we're going across the lake. Get off this dreadful topic. I'm dropping on my head into the lake.
All right. So, yeah, y'all.
I can't say he's intimately familiar with the feeling, but he had some.
Yeah. So, with no longer a
conscious.
distraction, I'm going to assume y'all actually get to rowing, and you do make it to the other side of the river, the opposite bank, if you will.
Yes.
Seems a fair assumption.
There we go.
Let me go ahead and put that back on there.
So now we're in Wood Elf territory?
You are technically in Wood Elf territory. And on this bank are quite a few boats.
It's like from Madrash boats or boats like somebody else's boats?
It does look like Midrash boats.
Since we're in Wood Elf territory, I'm going to fix my flower crown a little bit. Maybe hook my hood up a little bit more around my hair, but drop it below my ears.
As we're sitting, can I
And
dump out
actually
my,
put the feathers back into my hair.
as we're sitting on the boat, can I dump out my boots that now have water in them horribly?
Yes.
Imagine there's holes in the rest of your armor. It's just you have water-filled boots and the rest of you is empty, and that's just interestingly hilarious to me.
He sloshes a little bit.
Someone needs to turn Fenrir upside down so he can empty his boots of water.
It just looks like he removes his foot and then dumps
Yeah,
the water out.
that's pretty much what it looks like. I feel like him sitting down is the only way he could do that, though.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I know that I feel like last time you had said technically you're only allowed to remove your helmet, but I do like the idea of you being able to like take off a hand and slap someone in the face with it, or empty your boot
Yeah.
of water.
I mean, would technically I still be able to control that hand if I remove it from the actual armor?
I don't know. Can you control your head when you remove it from?
Yeah, you can look
Yeah,
like
I can still talk, so I'm assuming yeah.
Right, but like you talk
Talking
out
the
of like the
helmet or your
void
body?
that's now over your neck, right?
Right.
You don't talk
Yeah.
into the helmet.
No.
So that'd
So
be
yeah, I
the
guess
so the core piece is the chest.
yeah. That's
Yeah, is that the physics of it? Does Fenrir like inhabit the chest piece, like,
yeah.
and
That's
everything else is ancillary? Like,
that's what houses the
No,
void that
alchemist?
is Fenrir's soul.
yeah, like he's Alphonse, right? Like basically.
oh my god. No, well yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Just a little bit. It's fine. We're all characters from something.
I have conflicting feelings being Alphonse.
My
I don't
characters are
understand
always
why you're
very
undead.
original.
We like
Uh-huh.
Alphonse.
I was gonna say I
Yeah.
don't understand why your undeath has to be so complicated. Some people make sense when they come back from the dead.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens super quickly after the death event.
Yeah.
And it has to do with your
Maybe.
innate magic ability and no divine intervention at all.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
No. Yep. Yep. No,
Really, genuinely
no
enjoy
divine
that.
intervention at all. I completely agree.
Put gods near me. Why would you do that?
Songshen and
God
Fenrir's
near me.
rebirth had an equal amount of divine
Are they
intervention.
the same god?
No, probably not.
Now
I
I'm
wouldn't know.
Doubtful.
Very doubtful, especially for Fenrir.
I
You
would
just had to-
never choose.
Also, they
a god.
couldn't be
I
the
will tell
same
you right
god
now.
because Songshen didn't have any divine intervention. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She didn't. Mhm.
What is divine about the fucking Shadowfell?
A lot, actually.
The Raven Queen.
Fuck. Uh-oh.
So much.
Oh
Okay.
no.
so I'm pretty sure there are multiple gods in my homebrew pantheon that love the shadow
Yeah.
and
I
twilight.
believe, out of character, I believe I'm currently worshiping four. No,
Vanity's not necessarily good.
I listen. I will
Okay.
say. I warn you. Don't get caught raising undead around me. All right.
oh, say what? What was that?
Nothing.
Wait, do you hate
I
undead?
can
That's
always
so
go
rude.
back to the bottom of the lake and grab that dead guy real quick.
No. You can make dead people. You can't just make undead people.
Fenrir,
real quick.
I can make undead people.
Fenrir's just sitting on the beachhead, being like, "That's probably long enough, right? How long do you think people can typically hold their breath?"
He's just looking at his wrist like there's a watch there. It's like, you think that's enough for him to die?
Yeah. Can someone like lend me a knife? I just want to throw it into the water where the guy went overboard. No reason.
Hey.
Just
at
to make
all.
double sure. Just to make double sure. I mean, I can always use my job.
Yeah.
That'd be a waste.
Cut yourself loose and come to the shore.
The man's just a really good
Probably
swimmer,
if you
okay?
want to leave.
Return the slab.
Slap.
It is just crazy to me how fucking vanilla Lorazis kind of is compared to everyone else.
It is
I thought Corin was
crazy to
number
me
one
as
brother.
well.
Corin is kind of interesting because he's not like undead or anything, but he is part of an order of ghost slayers.
Oh.
That
And so he still somehow fits into the whole kind of
Spooky.
spooktastic vibe we got going on. And then
It's very
I'm
spooky.
not
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just
I'm
soul.
extremely normal.
Duchess's subclass also fits it perfectly, and then
Yeah.
Lorazes took a fucking level of bard. He's going the opposite way. Like if all four of
He's being a
you
lively
are
one.
like the goth girlfriend, Lorazes is the party-wide golden retriever boyfriend.
Oh, I finally have the titties I deserve.
Oh my god.
But
So about
You
the
can have
speech.
mine, I'm good.
It's a beautiful speech.
Oh, sick.
what are
I wish that was a thing that was possible.
we
I know, right?
You're right.
doing?
God.
That's a
I
good
could
question.
use a
People
We
flat
were in a
pen.
boat, we got to a shore, and now we're here.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
And there are more boats.
And lots of footprints, I believe.
Investigation?
Yeah,
I
you
thought
do
that would be
investigation as
obvious.
well.
It's probably there's definitely a lot of footprints where
11.
you are. And it's definitely not going to be a high check to see maybe where they lead off to.
May I give him the help action?
You may.
You.
Is a help action. Okay, so that means I get the advantage.
Yes. I can grab my
Oh,
friggin'
actually, the first roll was the highest one. So I got a 19.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. You definitely kind of take in the full scene. You see this kind of longer boat. The tracks don't seem as fresh. It does look to be, sorry, a decent number of people got out of this boat, and then there are about 6 rowboats that the tracks are a bit fresher than the ones from the one longboat, and there are a few sets of tracks coming out of each one of them, but they are all essentially running directly up the kind of embankment into the woods.
I try and track the footprints from the longer boat. Or if somebody that has a better survival than I.
I have a +3 to survival. I don't know.
I somehow have a +2, but I do not believe in my soul of souls that Lorazes has a +2 survival.
I would rather someone else try to do the survival because
I can-
You know that if any of the dice gods are watching, Lorazes should not roll above a 3 for survival.
Yeah.
I have a +4, and I do not believe that I chose that. I think that was given to me, and I think that is not so much my survival. It's just like I came back from the dead. I'm pretty good at surviving type thing.
So
Do we want me to roll it,
That's what
or
I'm
it
gonna show
kind of
that
sounds
is.
like, yeah, it's the +3, but the one person who doesn't believe that they don't deserve their bonus.
do I get the help action?
yes,
Oh,
I would be
yeah, we
helping
can
you.
help.
Yeah.
I also have a +3, but go ahead.
I could provide emotional support, but
13, and you get to go to dice jail because you rolled a 1 on me. Um,
Straight to jail.
just okay. The dice that just rolled a 1 on me was the first dice I ever rolled, like physically rolled, and it gave me a natural 1 the first time I rolled it.
what a
I am playing
dick.
with fire every time I roll that dice.
The trash. That one's done.
But it's also given me a fair share of nat 20s, so I'm like,
I was about to say, which dice is the one that keeps shooting me in the eye and groin area?
oh, that's always a different dice. I'm sorry. I have 5 d20s, and I pick whichever one I'm feeling at that point.
That's a good call. I have 3 for Alar.
I'm 7.
I might actually have more. I think 2 of the sets have multiple d20s. But
I have 7, but I have like 3 heavy d20s, the ones I ever actually roll.
yeah, I roll until one of them upsets me, and then they're too pretty to put in
That's what
jail,
I do too. Yeah.
but they get a timeout.
Yeah, exactly. I cycle through them like, oh, you pissed me off. Next die. Yeah.
Mm.
Some of them aren't too pretty for jail. Some of them end up in jail, but my sunken treasure dice only get timeouts.
Mm.
Yeah. So
What, a 13. How's that?
I'd say that's pretty decent. You what is happening? You go slowly, because kind of once you get out of the kind of dirty, kind of sandy bank, and the footprints become less obvious, you've got a little bit of kind of into the woods where
Into the woods, into the
they've
woods.
pulled the boats onto the shore, so it's like their footprints are kind of wet, and it's leaving pretty easily identifiable footprints going into the woods, and then eventually, they kind of dry off through running through the woods. But the path that you're following, while it might take you a couple glances to find it, you are seeing pretty obvious signs of, there's broken twig here, there's a sapling that is bent at 90-degree angles from people just basically running through these woods. And so, like, even in parts where maybe they wouldn't leave tracks, there are other signs of their passing. It just may be taking you uh, a second look to notice them, but you're able to kind of track what feels like a fairly large party of individuals kind of heading deeper into the woods. And you would actually recognize these woods because um, it's not the first forest you remember, um, but it is probably
It's
one
the
that
aspens, isn't it?
it's probably the one that you spent the most time in. That is right to
Okay.
the northeast of um, kind of a main temple area.
Oh, you mean that temple?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not your first woods that you know, but you probably spent the most time here, which
So
also
I
has allowed you to um, notice um, different, like when things are disturbed here that aren't
right.
caused by normal wildlife.
Yeah.
And so as y'all kind of make your way through the woods, how are we traveling? I'm assuming Duchess is probably still leading the way, but
Yes.
what's the marching order following her?
Probably be in the middle.
I'll be in the back because
Front
that's
or in the
stupid.
back?
Did Corin also say he's in the back?
Should
I'll
I
be in the
warn
back.
anybody of
God
any
knows somebody's got
predators?
to watch his
I will be
back.
shoulder to shoulder with Corin, and we'll have a nice conversation.
Do I remember there
No doubt
being
there
any
are.
kind of predators in these woods that I should be warning people about?
Uh, no, it's probably pretty traditional wildlife. Like, you've probably hunted in these exact woods quite a bit. Uh,
Hmm.
you've probably taken down a few stags. You've maybe avoided a few bears. But nothing to the extent where the people you're following have probably caused any wildlife predators to
Scatter.
avoid. Yeah,
Okay.
they're finding non-human parts of the woods.
Hmm.
Also, Fenrir, did you accidentally level up again?
Oh, sorry, I was messing with levels.
I was like,
It's not bad.
you have 36 health all of a sudden.
No, I apologize.
I have like 15 different characters across like 2 different sides to like
Oh no.
gauge levels.
That is also including my
The temp HP,
temp
yeah.
HP. Yeah.
Um, so uh, I'd say everyone's following closely enough that anyone can make this check, but as you make your way through the woods, let's do some perception checks from the party.
Okay.
11. I like the number 11. It seems.
What's
That's
Oh,
a
the
thanks.
second one in a
16.
row for you.
I don't like these rolls. Can I,
One of
can
That
I
is the
get a
last
different roll?
3 out of 4 rolls have been 11 for Loraz's.
16 on my end.
Our first roll of the day, the initiative, like in the hallway, was 11 as well.
Can I get a different roll?
So I got a
Can I get it?
16 from Duchess. What was your roll, Fenrir?
Oh god. The actual roll is a 9, so -2 hits. 7.
All right, so
But 7.
you and Songshen, and you're walking shoulder to shoulder. You know, you're probably having a nice little conversation. The two
No, it's just awkward silence.
the two less than alive people.
It's an avid conversation between you two. It's just silence.
I'm
the
very
best.
nervous. I'm just like fanning myself just slightly too fast. And like trying to keep calm, just like,
Maybe
oh
a little
god.
distracting.
Yeah.
They're just kind of staring at her, just rapidly fanning herself. Like, you okay?
Nope. It's fine, don't worry about it. Mm.
Okay.
Corin,
Yeah,
The farther we get in. Sorry, go ahead.
what do you got for me, Corin?
17.
17. Okay.
Sorry,
So
16. 16. My bad.
all right, so we got 2 7s, an 11, and 2 16s. Lorazis, you're probably trying to have a conversation with Corin that he is not reciprocating. And
I don't notice. I just keep talking.
Corin and Duchess, you both hear it first, followed by somehow Lorazis. Maybe you realize Corin's not quite listening, and you wonder what's so interesting, and then followed by Fenrir and Songshen, who are, I guess, just withdrawn on yourselves in yourselves, doing undead introspection. But
the most bonding the members of the party have done is in complete silence.
Yeah. You do, in that order, start to hear sounds of combat.
Shit.
Pretty much from the direction that you're currently following.
Come on, let's go. And I take off for the combat.
Fenrir's just looking at her like, I thought I was the one that charged in first.
Like, that's fucking
my
weird.
job.
Like, that shouldn't be happening. What the hell?
Yeah.
Excuse me, madam. I believe you meant to say, Fenrir, let's go. You seem to have run off ahead of me.
You seem to have left your tank in the back.
I assure you I'm quite light if you would like to carry me with you.
Yes, if you wish to hold me like a haversack, if you would.
Oh, she just takes off. She's gone. She's running for that combat.
I guess Fenrir is running after her too.
I'm on the show, like, you'll pick us up later and run after.
I'm just sitting there like,
he was listening.
We normally go quieter towards these things, but okay. Slight nervous.
We are very
Even if I'm
near
bad
to
at
where.
stealth, I would prefer to not be seen when we go into combat.
What's the
Philip?
worst that could happen?
We are very near
You're
to
right,
where
I'm
I come from,
invulnerable.
aren't we? 'Cause I was gonna say.
Yes.
Have I been hurt yet in
Yeah.
combat? I might start thinking don't give me a
don't
superiority
think I've
complex
hurt
like
you
that.
in combat. I've hurt you
Oh,
with you being thrown over a wall is the only
that
damage I
doesn't
think I've
count.
done to you.
I'm gonna start thinking I'm
I have
immortal,
taken
and you don't want
so
that.
much abuse
No.
as the tank.
But yes, Duchess, we are we're pretty far south, so we're not like north of where you grew up, but probably just a bit east.
Okay.
You're probably used to being kind of more in the heart of the woods, or maybe on the kind of western end, and y'all are still kind of in the eastern portion of it.
Right.
So this is an unfamiliar territory. It's just not like you would have come here hunting or any time that you just kind of wanted to have alone time to yourself and you went out into the woods. But we're a bit further east than you are
Yeah.
accustomed to.
But it's still very well within the realm of where I grew up and fucked around in the woods.
Absolutely correct. So we're gonna do a fun thing today in that I'm not gonna populate this map tonight.
Okay.
And so we will open up next time with people here.
Yeah.
And people.
Philip, with the summer that I spent in the Wood Elf territory, would I have even been near this woods?
No.
That's what I thought.
You definitely would have. Well, I feel like briefly you would have been near these woods. Because you probably hit the Shrine of Avelios on your way, but you probably spent your time mostly close to the capital, which is very far west of here.
Yeah, it would have
So
been for academics, not for.
you would have seen like the very southern portion of this forest as you left the shrine on your way to continue to the capital.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's very out of character for me to just go wee head on into this.
Dangerous. We're supposed to hide.
It's like, wait a second, why is the sneakiest person just running headlong into this shit?
I
Yeah.
thought we were supposed to hide behind the tank.
we're doing it live this time.
Man, you get presented with backstory stuff and your characters like go head first into it. Man, my characters stab themselves in the chest to avoid their backstory.
And I do it again.
Hey, to be fair, I did fuck mine up, apparently.
No, you didn't. You just got caught. You're playing hide and seek with a dragon and you failed at it. It's fine.
I didn't know I was playing hide and seek.
It's fine. What else do kids do with high stealth in a forest with a dragon?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
For some reason, that didn't occur to me.
I still
To
don't
hide.
know what my
It took
backstory
me to
is.
hide from the dragon
Hey, no,
You're
I was
right.
hidden. My stealth was 30. I was fucking
until
hidden.
you started actively searching for the dragon. That is correct. You were very
The problem
hidden.
is, Moth is all, and I am all about the curiosity. And like, the big cool dragon is also a forest dragon, Travis.
It was
A
a
forest
mossy
dragon?
covered